Hello, everyone, as I close the door with the commotion downstairs of 9 people. Welcome to tonight's episode of Blood and Sand. You may be wondering, did you have a concussion and sleep for several months? You have not. No, we are in fact having one session the day after the other. Insanity, I know. So, where we last left off, our party was finding themselves in a very precarious position, being surrounded by enemies whom, well, I'll step back even further again. A duel was beginning between Grunt and a black knight named Remkun of the town of Bistun. They had been arriving in New Grove looking for gladiators. Grunt was saying, I will pick a fight with you to prove I am worthy. Black Knight is angered at Grunt's previous expenditures in the gladiatorial arena, probably costing him and many others a lot of money. Grunt was getting the upper hand in the battle, so the Black Knight decides to cast banishment upon her, sending her away. She has not been in the battle since. And then the Black Knight sent his forces to go and acquire several new gladiators. Acquiring has been difficult, but it's been very neck and neck between them. So far in the battle, the mighty stone giant has fallen. The Minotaurs are mostly undamaged. The Black Knight has taken a little bit of damage, and the party's sorcerer is on the ground bleeding out.
Not anymore.
He's still on the ground, still chained. And
not bleeding out.
Always look on the
party,
It's important.
And the party is separated on many accounts, with Bucky flying over the lake after the giant tried to throw him in the water. But he can fly, so he did a Tony Stark readjustment to begin flying. And the party has 3 allies who are en route to aid. Jonathan, the half-orc druid, Mug, the half-ogre, barbarian, and Othir, the human paladin. Now, I do believe Jonathan is being controlled by Narwin. Who would like to control Mug, and who would like to control Othir?
We decided me on Mugmug.
Okay.
Core, do you want to go with Othir? Because you're down at the moment.
Wow.
Technically, I'm back up.
You're still shackled.
And you're still on the floor.
Yeah, I won't be shackled for long, but I guess I can take out there.
Okay, so you're all back into this battle. It's intense. You're surrounded on all sides. We go back to the top of the initiative to Buckley Calabari. So,
right.
What would
With
you
my
like
boots,
to
I have 60 feet with movement with my boots. Yes.
I believe so.
Cool. Then I shall fly at this guy, axe in hand, and just basically try to cleave through him try to cleave him into the wall.
You can certainly try.
Man, that
Well, that does hit.
damaged it. Shit.
Well, you bring in your axe. Ah! He manages to dodge most of it, but you do get a glancing blow. It's not even a cut, but it's more the impact of the hit. Actually, it's more of a bludgeoning than anything. And you are floating next to him, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, all right.
That's your action. Anything else?
Yeah. The people.
You can't see him anyway.
Where is up there's character sheet?
Should be
followers.
allies and followers, yeah.
Allies, followers, Othir.
I'll
I
move
had that.
over here. And I guess I still couldn't see him, could I?
No. He is down with Mug and Minotaur, and you're on a 10-foot ceiling. Actually, if you are on top of that, there will be an attack of opportunity from the half-dragon. So I will roll that now. And that is going to be a longsword attack against you. That's a natural 20.
Oh, it's a good start to the night. Oh, it's a good start.
Oh boy.
That is
Right
12
back into
points
this.
of slashing damage.
Cool.
Cool. Not happy.
Right. Well, gonna use a cure wounds on myself at a second.
You've already done an attack action.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's bonus.
No
Fuck.
healing for you. Not from that anyway. You can do it by another means if you want. You have healing words. You want to heal yourself. Motivatedly talk to yourself. Soothe yourself with your words. But you can't get it by that.
Fly up way
Sorry,
too fire.
I'm laughing at the. I'm laughing at the in another dimension advertisement.
Yeah, that's all I'll do then. That
Okay.
basically just attack. And
Attack, fly, get attacked. Okay, it's now Althea's turn.
I'm still learning his character.
How do paladins work?
I haven't played one.
You hit people very hard, is how paladins work.
Okay, I guess. Also, I haven't done anything with mounted combat, so. What's the range on his horse? I assume
60
it's the
feet.
line?
That horse can move 60 feet.
Okay, the horse doesn't want to move with me.
I'm going to stretch the horse a little bit.
Okay, I don't know how I moved Bug.
Someone else moved Mug. Your Mug's there.
No, I moved down and... Could I charge him from that?
Horses don't have a charge attack.
Oh, okay.
oh my god, what happened to the horse? Why did it get squished?
So I'm
He's
just
been trying to
gonna-
resize it so that you can see the horse, but also him.
I'm gonna attack him.
Okay, you are a level 6 paladin. You have 2 attacks. That's a... Is that a hit with the Minotaur? I remember their AC not being too high. AC 14. Yeah, both hit. I don't know why it's doing 2 damages, though. That's weird, I'll have to-
attempt that.
Followers, Othir. I need to look at his weapons here. Why is it doing that? Oh, it's doing it as if, yeah. Only count the first number. The second number is if you were doing it with 2 hands, but he has a shield.
Oh, okay.
So that is 13 points of bludgeoning damage against the Minotaur. Fair enough. Is there anything else Althea would like to do? Maybe take the turns to learn his character sheet.
Probably a good idea.
Okay. You just watch as Althea, that friendly old fellow, charge up right next to the Minotaur, crack once against the jaw, and as it's coming around, swing it again and cracking against the Minotaur's skull, but it's this thick, tough, ridiculously bony skull that twice whack against one, sends its jaw up, the second one sends it down. You see a crack in the horn, just at the base where he swung. But the Minotaur is still standing. These are tough, tough animals of a creature. So, Alistair Fuckwood. Ranker extraordinaire.
I'm going to assume that Buckley can handle the half dragon because I kind of want to get into a better position. It says in the Dungeon Master's Guide, I don't know if you're okay with this rule, page 272, there's a tumble action you can take.
Tumble.
Yeah.
First time I've heard of this.
Tumble and
Yeah, first time.
overrun. They are optional things. I'll let
272?
Das, 272, yeah, I'll let Das have a read of them first. The idea is that you can
That's
try
spell.
and move through.
Is it 172?
No, 272. It's definitely 272 of the Dungeon Master's Guide.
Oh, DMG.
Yeah, the DMG.
Player handbook.
Das says as he farts. The idea is that they're
That was
like
the chair.
Yeah.
Sure.
there are additional rules for trying to move through a creature's space using either athletics or acrobatics, basically. It says you can do it as an action or a bonus action, but just let him have a read of it first, see what he thinks.
You can try to tumble through a hostile creature's space, ducking and weaving past the opponent. As an action or bonus action, the tumbler makes a dexterity acrobatics check contested by the hostile creature's dexterity acrobatics. If the tumbler wins, they move through the space once this turn.
We've never used it before. Are you okay to use it now? I've got other options I can do.
I'm okay
but I
with you
thought-
using that.
'cause
It's
I'm
there.
hoping-
I don't mind you using it.
I've learned
I'm
something
hoping-
new today.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not a bad rule, actually.
Something for you to keep in mind, Del.
Yeah, I'm
Actually, something for Grunt to keep in mind because the overrun one is basically the same, but with athletics and creature size comes into it. We won't get into that. So, this is where I try it, and I get a fucking 1. But I'm hoping that his acrobatics isn't as good as mine being a heavy half dragon. That's the hope.
Nice.
I'm okay with that. That's a feckin'
So this is
19.
it's gonna have to be just a straight dexterity for him, and that's a that's a 10.
Ooh.
He tries to swing down at you as you dart past, and you just go. Whoop. You are now
So
here.
that's 10 feet, and then I can go 15.
But bear in mind,
20,
he still
25.
does have an attack of opportunity. This just allows you to go through his space.
Yeah, I'm.
Well, no, he
tempted-
doesn't because
No,
he
he
used
does.
attack of.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, he's
Buckley.
already used
Use
it.
it on
He's
you.
on me.
Ah, you're a genius, Narrowin. 15, 20, 25, 30. So, like, as he's swinging up at Buckley, I'm just like, nah, excuse me.
Sorta, yeah. But that kind of results in him driving the blade a bit deeper into Buckley's ankle.
Sorry, mate. All the best.
All the
Right.
best. Bye.
He's Eric, he can take another hit.
Yeah, your mic is.
Yeah, I can take another hit. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm messing up a bit. I'm gonna probably get a new headset. Anyway,
Oh dear.
That's your turn. Or, sorry, you have your attacks.
yes.
You did use your action to do this. It says
Bonus
action or bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for a bonus.
Okay. I'm gonna presume it can be used as one or the other. So I'll say that.
I have a feeling it's probably basically.
My headset's cutting out.
Yeah.
Your
Cutting
mic's
out a bit,
cutting
man.
out as well.
Shit.
Definitely an issue with your wire. Definitely an issue with
He
your
doesn't
wire.
have a wire
It's
connected.
a wireless headset.
Oh, it's fucked then.
Yeah.
My 2 attacks at the main dude on the horse.
Okay.
On the horse.
And of course,
He's managed to heal himself. Remkun.
Remkun. Right, well then, Mr. Coom. Let's go with a bow attack. Shit, I've used my bonus action. Ah well, I was going to Hunter's Marking, but we'll do it another time.
Oh!
That's a start.
More of that, please.
That's that's
Oh,
19.
now he
That-
can't
yeah.
speak at all. I think his headset's totally died.
Oh no.
No.
I will say
Hello?
Hello?
no, he can't hear us. Nope.
God, even his webcam's dying as well.
Maybe it's his connection.
I'm trying to indicate that he has to go get these.
He
No, but his indication was fine for the most part.
Uh-uh.
Hello?
Oh,
Yep.
there you are. Oh, I hear you.
Oh, hello? Oh,
Hello?
I can hear you now.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes.
It's a
Come
bit
back.
unstable, lad.
Oh boy, I need to move quickly then.
Do your turn quickly. Do your turn quickly. Oh, and
That
I'll
as
do
well.
This first. I'll do this first. Black. Yeah. In a sec. Black guard. Constitution saving throw first.
Yes.
So all this was on 1. So that was 19 plus 13.
Does the swift death get doubled as well on that, or is that just?
Yes.
So do I roll again? Or
That
should we
goes
just
to,
say
no,
26?
that's 26. That's
Okay, that's easy.
26. So firstly, that's 19.
Mhm.
Adding the 6 to that goes to 25. Then adding the 20, that goes to 45. He rolled an 18. You watch as that arrow strikes, and in that moment, there's a haziness to his own mind, and he struggles with his spell, and back right where she was, in comes Grunt.
I thought you were going to say she lands on
Yay!
fucking top of me. Then I was going to be like,
Das, real quick. How tall are the Minotaur?
10 foot.
10 foot. Okay, cool.
Big
Okay,
bastard.
do I re-roll initiative for Grunt, or how is this
You
going
now
to
have to re-roll initiative. You are out of combat. You have to re-roll it again, and you are out of rage. So
Alright,
you've
I'll
used your
do
rage.
rage.
You have to go back a rage.
okay,
Alright,
we'll go with
still got 3
attack
more.
numero duo.
Yeah, that's also bear in mind you now have advantage on these because you have swift death.
So, try for.
Try for
Alright.
a better one. We'll use the first damage.
Yeah, I'll use it.
Advantage on initiative, so I'm on
No
10
crit.
at the moment.
And he is definitely taking damage. So I would have said that you should have rolled your Colossus
Colossus.
Slayer
Well, I only
on
get
the
it once per
first
turn.
attack.
So
It would have been on the first attack, so that would have been
Oh.
6.
nice. I can do good damage once.
And that was 15 on the other one. Ooh, yeah, he's not liking you. He's looking rough.
I shall now.
That's your turn, my lad.
Shall
Now go get
shall
your new
now
headset.
disconnect.
Could you rearrange the list so I'm actually somewhere sensible? I'm currently at the bottom. There we go.
Yeah, which was your higher? Your higher was 17, so
10.
cool.
No, I rolled a 8 and a 10. It's just I forgot to click the thing the first 2 times.
Okay, so you are a 10. Yeah, okay. No bother with me.
Alright, now Jonathan's turn?
You will be going definitely before that half dragon. It is now Jonathan's turn.
Cool. Jonathan's gonna cast darkness on his face.
So he's going to blacken the area around him and you. It's a 20-foot radius.
15.
Okay, Jonathan, I'm going to do a same kind of color as last time. Would be better if that was the interior, that was the exterior.
Okay,
And
so
it's
somebody
a,
should lend their point.
Do it from
The
the
15.
corner. Do it from a corner. Up.
I forget from last session. Is this Fox
mean,
still
like-
going?
Oh,
There. That's
yeah.
a entangle from Jonathan, which will now drop because of the concentration on darkness. So
Yes.
do your circle for me there. There we go.
Nice.
Everything is now entirely blacked out in that area, and the entangle spell is gone.
I'm hoping this setup works.
We hear you.
We can hear you.
So that's a positive. On the plus side, I could get you an early Christmas present.
That may be something I'll have to buy because I'm going to be using this quite a lot. So I might have to. Actually, Blue, I might have to borrow your Amazon.
That's fine.
Thanks.
So,
Anyway.
he casts darkness as his action. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Let's see. That is an action. Pretty much everything I have, I think, are actions. Action. Because I have no idea what he has, and oh god. Yeah,
I'll
no,
say we'll
that's
leave it for there then, and you can spend your bonus action surveying your spell list. Shimmer, it is now your turn. I need a charisma saving throw. as you watch the runes that are all across your neck on the shackles and across your wrists light up.
Ah, that was the
You'll
thing
make-
I didn't know about.
You will be making
Yeah.
this with disadvantage
Ooh.
because you were unconscious when they were put on.
Hashtag double nat 20.
No. That's a 6.
Oh, of course.
Come on, Shimmer.
Shimmer,
That's not good.
as you come to consciousness, your mind is flooded immediately, like a wave drowns out your thought. You can comprehend what you need to do, what your master needs you to do.
Shit.
Acquire the new slaves. You can
Roger.
still move your hands enough to cast spells, and so too can you with your neck, but the shackles are still on you. And Delmara, having looked at him very closely, you can now see that these are the exact same kind of shackles because you saw a very larger equivalent of these on the giant. And there is a set on the minotaurs as well.
Okay.
I'm seeing a connection here.
So am I.
Each of them had horns in some way.
Yeah.
Stone Giant was just really, really a nymphomaniac.
He's really excited to see me. That's what it must have been.
So, Shimmer,
Good job
it's
figuring
your
it out.
turn. What would you like to do?
I'm thinking.
In this time, they are not your friends.
I know.
They are the slaves.
I'm
They must be
thinking what would do the
reined
most
in.
damage without killing them.
Well, you can bring them back after you damage them that badly.
Shimmer's not good at not killing people.
How do I cast
Look.
Fireball?
Shimmer's an adventurer, alright? I make nights with people, and if I can't make nights with people, I murder the fuck out of them.
Yeah.
Oh,
So, Shimmer, what do you want to do?
Flame Breath seems appropriate, oddly.
Let's see. Target the biggest threat. That would probably be the rogue, to be honest.
I'd take that as a compliment if I was you.
What? No, I'm not threat to you, little old me.
There's a full health paladin and barbarian on the other side.
That is true. And you are very aware she is an absolute bitch when it comes to hitting with spells. And she seems to be able to dodge and dip through most of them. She did survive a shotgun at point blank range and take no damage.
In a box.
In a box. Also, Alistair, I'll say for the sake of cinematic trees, you can see all of this. Shimmer is getting up. You can see him but across from that, so you can see this whole affair as well. Oh, as expressionate as Lee Evans.
You're over there? Says a yeah. I'm doing great.
Alright, I'm going to dual cast. I'm going to use a Scorching Ray as my first spell.
At?
Versus Delmara.
Okay.
Oh shit.
That's a disadvantage,
Yeah.
right?
Because it is in point blank range. Yep.
So, miss.
Miss.
Miss. And a miss.
Miss.
Alright, then I'm going to use a Magic Missile.
That's fair.
Yeah, that'll hit.
That'll hit.
Let's
Blue
let's
cross
see.
shield.
Yeah, I was about to say, literally the only thing that saves you from
That's
Magic Missile
fair.
is shield. Is that all of it? Yeah?
Yeah, that's all of it.
Ouch.
Okay. Delmara, you watch as Shimmer gets up. His eyes are washed over, the same dull look as the Minotaurs and the Stone Giant had. He just looks towards you with the shackles that little bit lower,
Hey,
and
buddy!
the hands just fly out at you, fire attacks. But he's so close to you that you manage to dodge between the hands, almost instinctually knowing the look of someone who wants to kill you being that close.
Oh god, too real, man, too real.
And as those attacks miss, you watch this from his fingertips, like pulling out threads. Out come each missile and blast out into you.
Ouch.
Before his hands just like slowly lie back down to their side. Dull. Missive.
Shimmer, what the absolute fuck?
Shimmer, you cannot speak.
So now we've got 2 mutes in the party.
Ah!
At least one's on your side.
Ouch.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is your turn.
Oh crap, the Minotaurs.
One has to roll with disadvantage to hit Jonathan. That's a 9, so that does not hit Jonathan. The other one is going to aim at the paladin's horse and try to dismount him. And I have to check for a riding horse, but I don't think their AC is 10. Holy shit, that hit! Oh shit! And he deal 13 damage. Well,
Aww.
the horse is dead,
Poor horse.
and Othira is now knocked prone as he is dropped off of the horse.
No, sassafras!
It looks more like the riding horse that Brent was talking to earlier.
No, I just can't.
You remember?
No. No.
Now the Fanatic's turns. The zombie is just going to shamble up to you with this ruddy blade out. It's just going to try and stab into you twice.
What
That was a
about
natural
it?
20.
What?
That's 10 points of piercing damage, as that's a nat 20, and that's an 18.
Yeah, 18 misses.
Yeah, but you take the natural 20 in the gut, son.
That's okay, how much? 10.
10.
Okay. I mean, not fun, not friendly.
We're not.
Okay, this Fanatic, looking past the Minotaur, I need a wisdom saving throw from Delmara.
Oh, I love those! I love doing wisdom saves!
Easy, Tracer.
Oh, bollocks, innit?
Oh, great!
DC 11! So you're now suffering whole person.
Fuck.
It reminds me of Dodger when she was doing the little Cockney accent. I love them, I do, I do.
I gotta do this icon because that's fitting. Ah! Bug. Oh, sorry, there's one more that steps out of the shadow confused, looks over and sees Alistair. Now
Actually-
make a wisdom saving throw.
It's even with dark vision, they cannot see in there.
No, that's why he stepped out of it.
But it's darkness. He wouldn't know where he was going.
Okay,
You'd have to make
he used literally all of his movement, hit a wall, turn around, and walk the other way.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was a wall right there. All right, never mind. All right, fucking hell. I was just checking.
Try to save his friend.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Alistair.
I mean, to be fair, if it's dark out and you know where you were, you can just walk that way. Walk a different way.
You
but
just succeed the whole person,
Oh no, Jon Snow.
but he is going to get in melee range with you with that knife out. Trying to harry you. Delmara. Sorry, no, Mugmug. Mugmug. He is raged, but he's not frenzy
yeah.
raged.
Is that a thing he can do?
He can frenzy rage. He's a 6th level barbarian.
Right. Well, obviously he's a that kind of barbarian, the berserker barbarian.
Yeah, he's the other one that you aren't.
Yes. So he would like to go into a frenzy rage.
Okay.
He sees a big minotaur in front of him, so
He's very
he's gonna
happy.
be like, he's going to be like to Del. Don't worry, love. The cavalry's here.
What's worse is that's a character. Okay, go ahead. What would you like to do? Would you like to?
Kill me.
He's going to unleash 2 reckless weapon attacks on it, I suppose, with
Yeah,
Old
with Old
Faithful. I
When
don't
all
know
else
if
fails,
it's,
she won't. It's not.
I don't,
It's not magical or anything. It has no other effects. It's just a battle axe. It's our great axe. Sorry.
okay, yeah, I don't know if you add the rage to this or damage to this or
No,
how this
no,
works.
no. Roll it first, and then we add it later. I don't have anything to calculate the bonuses for rage.
That's his first attack.
Yep, that's an 11 plus 5. And that does hit a Minotaur. Or does not like life right now.
And then he
Make
gets
your next
to do
one.
it again.
That's with advantage. That's 20.
Reckless.
Oh, come on!
1 health! Are you. Wait!
He gets his
Rage!
bonus
Rage
action.
bonus!
Yeah,
Bonus to
rage.
rage!
Oh yeah,
Yes!
with his rage bonus, that's enough, yeah.
You guys
God,
watch as he
mother.
just hacks into the knee, bringing it down to his height. He just grabs the bull's head, twists it, and just cuts it off. Throws it to the ground.
He also gets to make a bonus action because his friend is raged.
Use
for
his
one of the
bonus
weapon
action to go into Frenzied Rage.
Quite right, that only applies next turn. Good choice.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, I'm not used to.
I watch a
Berserker Battle.
lot of Strong Jaw.
No, you're quite right. Yeah, yep. should
No
have
bother,
that.
no bother. No, you can't. It's the first time you've done a different archetype. You're good. Right, so anything else you would like to do? Would you like to move anywhere? Dance on the corpse of his enemy?
Well, him being him, he'll probably move between the
The Nightmare and Delmar.
yeah. Not really Dell, just the party, so we can't move through this area. He's sort of blocking the area from people coming through. So the ranged people can, chuck things.
Yeah. Okay, that's your turn.
Grunt, give us an
Amara, your turn. You do nothing, but make 1 wisdom saving throw.
She rolled.
DC 11.
Oh, thank fuck.
She actually did roll a success.
So you are no longer, but now your turn is done. But you are no longer held. Grunt, welcome
Give us a
back.
hand. Help! Help me, please.
So Grunt,
She's gonna.
it's nothing like you remember. Last
Yeah,
time you
I've noticed that.
he was somewhere around where those 3 are. There's now the body of the stone giant hanging out of darkness. There's an entire area covered in darkness. You don't see Buckley. You don't see most of your allies. Shimmer's for some reason casting spells at Delmara. Probably said something. And Remkun is on the other side of the map with arrows in his back.
Grunt is pissed. Somebody's interrupted her duel.
In a big fucking way.
Yeah.
She's going to move over here
Oh,
with a
please
40
help
feet
me.
of movement.
You will make 1 attack of opportunity from that one guy that passed you. That's a 20 to hit, so 3 points of damage.
I did the distance, and she can walk around him quite easily
Oh,
and still.
no bother. It's just the way that the actual icon moved. It went like there.
Yeah.
Take the opportunity attack
She's
on me.
ignoring you!
You're a knob.
She is too pissed to listen to you.
And she's going to use Chain of Returning on Mr. Von Douchehead. Reckless.
Okay. You have re-entered your rage, I imagine.
Yes. Thought I said
Okay.
that. Did I?
Wasn't sure, that's why I'm clever.
Definitely right. Definitely right.
Go ahead.
Reckless.
How do you want to do this?
Yes!
I'm also. I would like to point out that I'm also at 9th level now, so I have the brutal critical, which means I get to roll 1 extra damage dice when determining
Okay,
extra
how
damage.
badly do you want to
critical
fuck
hits
him
with my
up?
attack.
Add another one.
Oh god, yeah, he does 2d10 normal, double to 4d10. That's all that's in there. Oh Christ.
5d10.
Yeah, so he gets another d10 damage.
Good
Yeah, so
God.
10.
literally there are spells that don't hit as hard as you. So, you immediately come back and
What
finish
is
your duel with 46 points of damage.
I would like to use the hook and just, while he's still on his mount, just take his head off with the hook. And I'll just roar, lifting my hook up in the air with his head on it and basically saying, I've won this fight, everyone fuck off before I do the same to you.
Okay.
Actually, for the first time speaking, just fuck
I
off.
don't ever say anything, I just go, "Rah!"
Oh.
You just watch
But I
she
have
comes
got-
out
yeah, the
entirely
performance
ignoring you, Alistair, as she just looks, her eyes dead set on her target, strides up, chain out. Delmora, you watch as you see the knight point out towards you, but you see that hook. It slices, goes past him, gets into the jaw, and the blade gets at the neck, and just by sheer force, head and spine pull off as she lets out. At this point, I'm gonna make everything make a fucking charisma saving throw or run the fuck away.
You want me to write an intimidation check or something? Because that was a pretty
No,
brutal.
yeah, I'm gonna say, yeah, do it. The Minotaurs can't because they are submissive, but the Dragonborn is not.
Fatality.
That's your turn to rain that. You do have an extra attack, I'd say, because you did not pull someone to you.
I pulled his head. You want to actually give me an extra attack?
Yeah, just because that was fucking brutal, lad. Holy shit!
Run away! Run away!
Please.
Fuck off!
Grab one of them if you want.
Yeah, I'll chuck the one that Alistair has an afterthought.
Okay.
With the guy still head still on this chain, and it's going to be another
Yeah.
reckless.
Go ahead.
Does that do bludgeoning or slashing damage?
Only 17.
Still hits. These guys don't have a high AC.
Okay.
And that's 20 points of damage. Fucking hell. He just looks smirking at Alistair until he sees the head of his commander on the hook fall off as the hook goes at him and just sinks into his shoulder, and you just twist him to face you. Can't pull him, but you have him facing you now.
Yep.
I will say he's now harried from both sides because you have a fucking chain in his shoulder.
Does that give me
Alistair,
advantage
the head-
to the intimidation that I just did to tell everyone?
Well,
it's
he
fair?
failed it. Make no
Oh.
mistake, he's already failed it. And Alistair, yeah, there's a new head right at your feet, and you look at that guy and go, wasn't he just over there? And then you see his body loft on top of the nightmare, as the nightmare, no longer with its master, goes back to the plane it was already in. Literally a...
Okay, one less.
So, Grunt made a difference?
Yeah, that was
And
a
that's
pretty...
why you don't interrupt my duels.
Okay, so, as this has happened, actually, he wouldn't even know that's happened, so the half-dragon is just
Well, he would
going
hear
to-
the roar.
He heard the roar, but he doesn't know the context of the roar. It's just like, oh, that thing's back. Speaking of things that are back, I'm pretty sure he rolled last time for his breath weapon.
I think he got it back.
He did. So he is now going to, just because he knows there are
Did
people at the
Dragonborn
top.
do that?
Yeah.
Get their breath back?
Yeah.
Okay.
Half
It's a 5D.
dragon,
It's a
dragon
fiver. It's a half dragon, and it's a 5 and a 6.
Oh, okay.
Half dragon.
There is a mask that do allow Dragonborn to do it, but
Gotcha.
there's a
Sorry,
reason
I
she
should
got
get
got
half
one
dragon,
it.
not Dragonborn. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's all
those,
good.
those masks are elsewhere.
I would like a dexterity saving throw from Jonathan and Buckley.
Oh, great. So both of them.
Fail.
Well, viewers, we are intending to nerf this weapon after this, after realizing it's a bit too strong.
Well, I'm.
So you take 11, but Jonathan takes the full 22 and must now make a Constitution saving throw, DC 11, to keep darkness up. And I need to remove Remkun from the initiative table.
Look, different. Please go away. Please, everyone, go away.
Wait,
He keeps up the darkness spell.
there are other numbers.
Not
No.
for him.
No,
Buckley.
just 3 and 4.
I'm on the fucking ground. So I'm gonna do a death saving throw.
Oh,
Yay!
that's
You
not
failed
good.
one!
And we don't know.
And you
No
do
one
not
knows.
know.
Oh, bollocks.
But the darkness would drop now. Oh, no, that's Jonathan. never mind.
That's Jonathan's
Yeah.
darkness.
That's someone else. That's your turn, John. Here.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
He was on the ground as his horse has been decapitated before the bull that decapitated his horse got decapitated. More heads are dropping this way than Game of fucking Thrones.
Needs
What
more
is-
dragons.
We literally do not need more dragons. We've literally had a black dragon, a goldish dragon, and a green dragon.
I
We're
was
fine.
joking.
Can't wait to fight a blue.
I like my
Would
dragons.
Jonathan have heard me fall?
It's not his turn.
I'm just asking.
He can make a perception check.
Okay.
But I'll say because it's darkness, they will be at disadvantage. Althir. What is Althir doing? That is you, Core. What does your guy do? Do. He's on the ground.
Cool.
Cool.
Are you even here?
Cool.
Cool. Hello.
Yeah.
America!
Oh, there it is.
Oh, sorry. All right. So I get 2 attacks.
Yes.
My first attack is going to smack me.
He's gonna beat the shit out of Shimmer?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to declare perhaps that that's going to be non-lethal?
Well, to be fair, he's a paladin, and he just saw somebody attack a friend.
It's still Althir who knows you and
Yeah,
knows you
Althea
wouldn't
knows
do
who
that.
Shimmer is.
I don't know. I'll attempt non-lethal then.
He is an oath of devotion, so he isn't exactly going to kill a bitch.
Fine, I won't kill myself.
Well, if I wanted me dead, I'd use branding spike.
So make an attack roll.
Oh,
You
no.
do have flanking.
Yeah, technically. You're harrying him, Blue.
But she's held person, so she can't have.
Nah,
I'm
she
not-
succeeded
I'm not.
in
No,
last-
she's not.
Oh, the
Oh, I have to get rid of this.
icon hasn't been removed.
I'll
Yeah,
keep it
she's
because it's
right.
fitting.
Internal screaming.
That's just
Oh,
her
Blue, I
life.
just looked at how much health you had left.
Yeah, I think that misses as well.
Against you, the first one would have hit because it's flanking. Second one,
Oh,
your
but he
AC.
said he didn't have flanking.
Yeah,
he
he
did
does.
because of Del.
Oh, then I wouldn't have used that second one on me.
Because that no, it's only going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage, lad.
Okay.
Second one would have gone for you, but your AC is probably actually not 14 because you were a tough bastard.
I think I have a 12.
Oh, so it does actually hit you. Hang on.
Mhm.
Don't forget you have your draconic ones as well. Count that in.
I think
Not
he
from-
is.
No, he has a dex of 14. He gets +2 to it. So that's counting in his dex,
Yeah,
not the
so
fact
yeah,
that he's a
I'd have an
dragonborn.
AC of
Ah,
14.
right.
Or more than 12. I'll figure it out later.
You have... See, we have to actually check it, because it will determine whether or not he hits you or not.
There's Dragonborn page.
Yeah.
I think the AC is
I
only
think it's a-
+1.
I think it's under sorcerers. I think it's a sorcerer effect. Give us a sec.
13 plus dex.
So that would be a 15, which will make that attack miss. So Shimmer is still up.
Mm.
And that's going to be his 2 attacks, though. Would you like to do anything else? You see Delmar next to you, bleeding, shaking.
Can I use, can I heal as a, reaction or whatever it is?
No, not as a bonus action. Unless you had healing word or something. I'll check for your spell list, but I don't think you do. No, you don't. You have lesser restoration and cure wounds, both of which are actions. Excuse me. So he's still up. Alistair.
Spook, you there?
Can't hear you, Han. Microphone's obviously glitching out again. Annoyingly.
No.
Nothing.
Please,
Oh,
please.
hello?
there.
Hello?
There.
It's a very dangerous place. I need voice at the moment. Okay. I'm going to switch back to
One's a
sword
zombie, one isn't.
mode. Yeah, I'm going to try and push this zombie away from me. I'm going to use one of my attacks to try and shove him, so I need to make an athletics against his acrobatics or athletics.
Actually, it's going to be acrobatics because his dex is higher.
For a zombie, wow.
Yeah, weird.
Oh!
Huh.
As a zombie, actually, I need to check the ruling. Give me a sec. There are rules for zombies. Turning things into zombies.
Well, I don't think it matters because
No, it actually does. Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was
that-
going to say it mattered, because he has a 21 roll, but you decide, fuck that shit, I'm Alistair fucking Dotwood!
Yes! I have some skills. Go away. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to try and tumble through the guy behind me. I need to get away from people. This is very serious.
Alistair's using the Dark Souls tactics. Just roll, roll,
Bro!
roll.
Funnily enough, you still rolled higher than him, but one's a 1.
Can you technically
You do-
critically fail a skill check?
Yeah.
Damn. Fuck. Okay.
It's more a matter you can't critically succeed. Technically, you can't critically succeed a skill
Still got
check.
your movement if that's any consolation.
You can move around him,
Yeah, you can
so
walk
your
around.
bonus action's gone, but you can move around him.
Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go there, and then I'll just take a swing at him. I was hoping to just try and run away at this point, but
There's a big chain between him and Grunt, so you might want to not want to stand directly in between the
It's
two.
okay. It's okay. He can do it.
alright, I'll stand back.
Still, that character is still counted as being harried, as he's basically just held, anchored by Grunt.
Oh, cool. I'm gonna go for
He
advantage.
may as well be pinned to the fucking earth at this point.
I'm gonna do a two-handed sword attack thing because I just switched
Go
from the
on.
bow.
With advantage.
23. Okay, that's cool. And he's already damaged. So
Yes, so do Colossus Slayer, because that's very important.
Yay! Please kill it.
Yep,
Yay!
because
Okay.
you literally needed the extra damage from it.
Okay, so I moved 10 feet. I'm then going to move 1, 2, 15.
Yeah, you could move. Actually, no, never mind. That's still there even if he's unconscious. Remember, he has that Guardian of Faith, guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand. Actually, I'm gonna stand right in the middle of the Guardian Faith.
you were between the Guardian's legs.
Yes,
You were not looking up for your own sake.
I am looking rough.
You're looking.
No, don't worry. It's just a dwarven blacksmith.
Jonathan.
It's all good. Yeah.
Make a perception check.
Your Guardian of
Is it
Faith is a
Mountain?
blacksmith.
Yeah, because it's Moladin.
I
Yeah,
know.
Moladin.
That's hilarious.
And it's with disadvantage. I'll say he's able to do it.
Cool. So he hears me fall. Says he can't actually see me. He's gonna drop darkness because apparently that didn't help at fucking all.
It did. It stopped the Minotaur from hitting him.
Well, that did that, yeah. But
Worked
then
for
now
him.
he's gonna get hit
It's
anyway.
It's the Alistair approach. Someone in his party has it. It worked for him.
And then he's gonna do a as his action, use Cure Wounds on me, on Buckley
Okay.
at a 3rd level.
20.
And I get to stand back. Yay!
That's his turn. Kind of done.
Yep, that's everything.
Well, you're still prone, but you're alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's very important. You're on top of this, but you're prone.
Yeah.
Shimmer.
Okay.
Your concept has changed from. Now, your previous idea was collect slaves for your master. Your master is now dead. A thought creeps into your mind immediately. Avenge your master.
Oh shit.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
I'm gonna
Alright.
cast Scorching Ray.
This is going to end poorly.
First one is at Othir.
Okay. Miss. Yep.
Wow.
That's an 8 to that.
And I'm gonna hit him again.
That's a miss. So that was 8 points to Othir. That brings him to 3, 5, to 45 hit points. And Othir is... That hurt Othir. So that's your first thing you've done. Bear in mind, you do have a limited pool of how many times you can use your meta magic to sorcery points. Have you been keeping count on that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no bother. What else do you want to do? Your intent right now is to kill as many people as you can.
I should have just enough to double cast.
Yeah. You are surrounded by nothing but enemies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna fireball.
Bear in mind, you will take full damage to this as well,
Mhm.
because you, even if it's resistant to fire, not your fire.
I know.
He's not resistant to his own fire.
Yep.
I'm just gonna drop it right in front of me.
Okay, so that's dexterity saves for all of you.
As in the distance we can
Actually, I'm going to cast it at 4th level.
Delmara, make a dexterity saving throw. Grunt will need to make one. I think Grunt has advantage due to danger sense.
Gah!
Yeah, if I can see it, I get advantage.
So close.
And that's a 33.
What's your
33, that's
DC?
35.
It says there is DC 16.
Ah, shit.
Grunt,
Wait, why would-
that does not hit... Oh, sorry, you're doing that for Mug Mug. And
Yeah,
Althea.
that's. As I say,
Althea
why would
and
Grunt
Shimmer
have to
both
roll?
need to make this check as well.
I'm just going to do my bugs in a second, just to find him again.
Well, Nemo, you're not in range of the fireball.
Aren't I?
No.
No.
You're.
Do you realize how
doing it-
disgusting that would have to be? Like, he's...
Yeah, he's.
I take it he's doing it
here.
somewhere here, not where
Sorry,
he can
when he
hit
said
you.
drop it in front of him, I assumed he would drop it somewhere like here.
Yeah, like
so it
right
hits-
in front of me.
No, he's literally just dunked it in front of him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
What's
basically
Althea's
fireball.
Charisma?
What?
What's the Althea's charisma modifier?
Oh shit!
Hang on. Don't get excited. Don't get excited. Don't get excited.
What's Althea's charisma
Surely he's gonna have a +1. Come on.
What's Althea's charisma modifier?
+2.
Plus 2.
Yes!
I have to check if he gets that at level 6 or
That's what I just
7.
looked up in the book. I was like, what level
Or
do you get that?
So Del, you do succeed it.
Which means I take no damage! Yes!
That shit lives on.
The others take half, right?
If they
succeed.
succeed.
So Mug takes that. The second roll was Mug, so that's 18. I take that.
35 he would have taken. Yeah. Mug Mug would have succeeded.
He takes
Yeah.
35 damage.
He takes from 35. He takes half of that, which would have been 35 half would be 17. Yeah.
I'm gonna get through this, guys.
And Althea, did you roll for Althea as well?
I did not.
Please roll for
Because
Althea.
Althea just rolls 2 1s and fucking dies, and we're like, well,
Was
shit.
that a 10?
A lot of paladins aren't great on dexterity. Oh, no, never mind.
Plus his
So he takes-
plus 2.
17. 17 to him. That would be 5 to 2. That's 38. 28 hit points left. Woohoo! And Shimmer, you are unconscious again.
It
Not-
Shit, I'll
was
die.
basically, I'm gonna kill you all. Dunk. Boo. He's on the
goes,
ground.
Ow! The rogue goes, nope. The paladin goes, the fuck?
And he's just on the ground.
He
So-
is
Like-
now burning.
So on the list of things I've dodged at point blank range, I can now add a fireball.
Yes. It's the Minotaur's turn. I have to do something which is a bit appropriate. Boop. There we go. It's now going to swing at the on the ground, well, on the wall, but prone, so he has advantage. Buckley.
Bitch.
That's a 21 to hit.
Shield.
Ooh.
Brings your AC 2. Bitch, don't put the finger to me.
No, he's on the phone.
I know, but bitch.
He's on the phone, dude.
I had to make sure I didn't have overtime tonight. Alright, it's a plus 5 to my AC, which means I have a 23.
Okay, so the axe does not hit you. It nearly cleaves your mustache in half and half your.
Roll! Roll, Buckley, roll down the wall!
Yeah, I'll roll down, like, horizontal. You know, make sure I'm on the wall, just rolling.
Keep rolling.
You're like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh wait, the aura protection thing says minimum of a bonus of +1, so... Don't know why...
And the Minotaur, that's its turn. The Fanatic, the zombie Fanatic is going to go. Mrrr, and immediately
And
takes
it's gonna
20
get
points
hit.
of damage.
Yeah.
Is it a dex check?
Yes.
It's an 11.
Yeah, no, it takes 20 damage.
We watch as a zombie walks up to you and just a hammer just on the head and it just goes, ah. It just falls
Did this
over.
other cultist end up not being afraid? Did he not run away, or?
I was getting to that.
Yeah.
Gets on the horse.
What horse?
The one that's
That
still
horse.
there.
Gets on this horse. And the horse goes this way. Actually, it'd be fair to make him do an animal handling check. Natural 20.
God damn.
What the fuck?
Unfortunately, this isn't Storm King's Thunder, so people do sometimes run away from this party.
Yeah.
Yeah, different rules for this party.
Actually, I'm going to say because of the speed, the horse would, if it's dashing to 120, he is gone.
Alistair with his longbow could hit him.
If he's in a mood to, we've got other things to deal with.
Would be smart to, anyway.
Hey.
Anyway, that's his turn. That fanatic's dead. That fanatic's dead. Are there any other fanatics? That one that died at the start. Mug.
He's going to go to his good friend Jonathan. He's going to run up with 40 feet
Yes.
of movement because he's barbarian.
Yep.
Still applies to him, yes.
And he does indeed have advantage because it's
Yeah, 'cause
flanking.
Flanking, yep.
Flank.
I figured, even though he's not very clever, him and Jonathan have probably flanked a few things in his time.
Oh, I forgot that bit
Definitely.
of forward caved in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
When
he's trying to
the
climb
guy
up it.
tore a chunk out of it.
I forgot.
Yeah.
So he's
And
going
then
to do...
threw
Don't worry,
it
I can
into
rebuild it.
his face.
Yeah.
That's
the
a
first
hit.
Attack.
Plus the 2 from his rage bonus.
I was going to say reckless, by the way, but it doesn't matter for the first one. But the rest are going to be reckless.
It doesn't matter anyway because you have advantage anyway.
Oh yeah, so it wouldn't be reckless. Never mind.
So another attack and then your bonus action attack. Go ahead. And we'll add 2 to all of these. So that's 18, 26 plus 6 goes to 32. Woohoo! Not a happy Minotaur. Doesn't even scream out in pain or anything. Just goes. Damara.
Right. I think that they've probably got it now.
Just because Del would probably be interested in this, Grunt is currently giving Shimmer a death glare and is looking like she's about to turn Shimmer into a golden paste.
Wait. Wait.
I was
To be
about to
fair.
say. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
God.
unconscious on the floor, bleeding, well, melting, I guess.
You do realize she will probably just make sure you don't get back up, yeah?
Yeah, so what am I going to do? I mean, I was going to do this anyway, but I'm gonna step here first before I do it, and what I'm going to do is actually crouch over Shimmer and attempt to pick the locks on his shackles.
Go ahead.
Which,
It's your
according
bonus
to the
action
book...
from Fast Hands.
Yeah, bonus action.
Diddly 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 diddly.
Sleight of hand.
Grunt's going to take it that means that she's alright and something went wrong. And it wasn't Shimmer's fault that she vanished and Del was half dead
Fuck.
and on fire.
Considering you are proficient or expertise, I think, in sneaking anyway, it can be used for that skill check.
Well, it says in the book, dexterity bracket sleight of hand check.
Oh, fair enough.
That's what it is. That's what it says.
So, yeah, you didn't just beat the DC.
You creamed DC.
No, I mean, you didn't just barely beat the DC.
Oh, that
They're meant to be
was.
sturdy. They're not meant to be taken off once they go on. You bitch.
That's what I say
Well.
to you and your magic shackles.
Doesn't Defender win, though?
Nope.
I
No,
don't think
she
that
got-
applies to
DC
skill check.
If the DC
That's
is
what I say.
X, they have to get X or above X.
Yeah, that's...
I rolled an 18.
Actually, Defender loses. Anyway.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Defender would always
you
lose.
are now no longer shackled, although he is somewhat burning.
You should use your action to pat him out.
I mean, honestly, if the shackles are off him, I'm gonna just sort of like put the shackles in my bag so they're out of the way, and just be like,
Ooh.
Othir, please make sure he doesn't die.
Also, did she pick the hands or the mouth?
It's one. It's actually. I would
I think
say
that's a lot.
she can do as there's actually technically 3. There's one around your neck and one at each wrist. So you can choose which one of those 3 you remove.
Okay, well, I've removed the one around his neck, and since that was a bonus action, I'll use an action to try and undo one of the hands as well.
Okay.
Not as good. Oh well.
Nope.
Okay, well I made a start at least. I'll say to our third, just make sure he doesn't die at least.
And Grunt, it is now your turn.
Well, I'm going to use my movement to come...
All right, since that lot seems to be getting along well, Grunt's sort of pissed and is just going to sort of
Use my movement to go there.
half shove Mug out of the side. Off to the side, rather.
As you were standing on the corpse of an elf. I forgot that elf was there.
Yeah, the drow.
It was a drow elf, no one cares.
Yeah. Jesus,
And,
Blue, I just saw your health. You'd have been fucked up.
reckless attack on the Minotaur. Do I get actually? Do I get flanking? on
You
this?
get flanking. Jonathan is being very useful to the 2 fighters right now.
All right, so it won't be reckless.
That's a hit. Okay, he has 37 health left.
Now or did?
No, he did.
Did.
Damn.
We're just getting. Apparently, we're just going for what's the word?
Precision.
Exact change right now.
Yeah.
And can I see the dragon from where I'm standing? The half dragon.
No,
Okay.
he's on the other side of the wall.
And he's very glad you can't. As he just sees the Minotaur that's looming over the tower just fall down and 2 heavy chopping sounds are heard, and the Minotaur goes silent.
I just like to think I've basically just lobbed him off at the kneecaps, and he's just sort of gone down, and at every swing it's just like a blender. He's just going.
You were literally just doing fatality after fatality here. You just chop at the knees, and he just crumples down, and you just chop in the torso all the way up. You slice up the side like this frenzied fuck.
This was supposed to be my duel, damn it!
She did not say that in character.
No, I'm just saying that's what's happening.
Okay.
He's not happy.
Roll to see if this is back. Lovely. Dexterity saving throw from Jonathan and from
You
Buckley.
motherfuck!
He got it back.
Oh, I hate you so much.
God damn it.
Suck my dick. Nope.
Fuck.
You could succeed this if you succeed this. Nope.
No, of course. And now I'm fucking dead again.
You're back
Or no,
down on the
no.
ground.
Yeah, no, I am. Yeah, no, because I take full fucking damage. Mother! Arrgh!
Does he
Damn
get
it.
rolling damage as well?
And he's going to use the rest of his movement to do here. Realizing that the fight has not gone his way.
Didn't Jonathan get an attack of opportunity on this?
Nope, 10 foot up.
No.
Ah, right. Yep.
Damn it.
Buckley, death saving throw.
Yeah, no, thanks. Yeah, awesome.
I'm
Fuck.
sorry.
No, fuck you.
That's a fail.
Great, awesome.
Alistair, we can't hear you.
Hello?
You
Oh,
sassy
yeah.
shit. Yeah, we hear you
Yeah,
now, you
just-
sassy shit.
I was trying to say, Nerwin, don't you have resistance to fire?
He does, still wouldn't be enough.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, no, it's 29. I had 20 health.
15. Half
Oh,
would
you'd
be
be at
15.
6. Be at 6
Oh,
health.
so you're alive.
Oh, shit. Fuck yeah. Awesome.
Don't worry, I'll just roll your all.
Yeah, I forgot about the... Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, I'm not counting it in. If you say that's enough, you're down again. Not my problem.
Well, yeah, no, I didn't think I forgot about resist.
Right, your turn. Go.
Yeah, alright.
Turn 2 again.
Bonus action, healing word on myself. 3rd level.
Roll
Yay.
hit points.
So 18. Cool. And then, as a action, I'm going to fucking scroll. Fly after this motherfucker. Land in front of him. And hit him with my axe.
Go ahead. You can Certainly try.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
For another measly amount of damage.
I don't care.
4 damage. Another glancing blow. You've been knocked down too much in this fight. The momentum didn't swing in your favor, and you barely scratched him as you came down. That's your turn, Althir.
Okay, well,
Probably going to heal Shimmer, probably.
One would hope.
Yeah, Althir does trust Delmara, so he would do as she requests.
I just said don't let him die, was what I said.
Yeah, basically. Put him out and then stabilize. If stabilization.
alright, so can I do 1 attack, or 2 attacks, or 1 spell, right?
2 attacks or 1 spell.
Alright, then I dropped Cure Wounds on Shimmer.
Okay. You do have Lay on Hands, which is 30 hit points you could sink into him.
Yeah,
Up to 30.
I was asked to keep him alive, not get him back up.
Okay. So, cast Cure Wounds, that's 7. You heal Shimmer for 7. Shimmer's now on the ground again.
Is he of his own mind?
We'll find out at his turn.
When he opens his eyes.
Yeah, he's got the one off his neck, but that's it.
Alright, yeah, that's it.
Okay. Alistair, one of the cultists ran away.
Not for long if I can help it. I go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
He's off the screen, but he is. You know he's there.
Yeah, if he's within 150 feet, it's a
He's
normal
still
attack.
within 150 feet.
Okay, I'm going to take my 2 attacks then. Let's see if I can bring this guy down.
Isn't it you hit a knoll that was like 300 feet away?
That was click. That wasn't advantage. That's 31.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Ah, that is a shame. I was thinking. Then I was like, hang on a minute. I'm a champion. I crit on a 19. 31 was an 18. Fuck you, game. You asshole. That'd have been nuts.
Oh well, that's 12 points of damage from the
Cool,
first
and
one.
then Second one, I've got it set to normal now. 29.
And do your Hunter's Mark.
Well.
Or not
Colossus
Hunter's,
Slayer.
but Colossus Slayer. That's 12, 17. That goes to 27, 29. Still up.
Damn it! Now wait till next
Still
turn.
moving.
I like how you would actually probably look through your eyes like this, like, what do my elf eyes see?
He's still up.
Oh wait, I don't have elf eyes.
The horse is still moving. Haven't seen anyone fall off it. Give me a sec.
He's still moving. I'll let you guys know he's still moving.
Oh, I
The
can't do
subtle
anything
hint
as a
on
bonus
Tiny
action,
Chat.
so I'll have to wait.
Subtle hint
Oh,
on Tiny Chat.
3.
There is another horse there. You could go after him.
Yeah.
I fucking might at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, if he gets back to... You have enough cop on to know if he gets back to this down,
bad news.
that thing is going to be a fortress.
Yep.
That's why I'm desperately trying to hit this guy.
It's Jonathan's turn. Unless you want to move. Would you like to move, Alistair?
Oh, I already moved.
Do you want to finish your movement?
I did 30 feet.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I thought
it's
you
fine.
did less. Okay.
Um,
Jonathan.
a bit of extra movement.
Jonathan's going to, as long as he's in range. Yes, he is, of course. Jonathan's going to cast Hold Person.
Whole person on the half dragon?
Yep.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yep.
He is a humanoid. That
Yep.
was a 3.
15, so yeah. He's held.
Throw
Got a
him in
crick
the
in his
water.
back. He was lifting up the swords ready to do like a double slash across you, and as he did, he just went, "Ugh!" And he's stuck in that pose.
Hey,
Shimmer.
thanks, Jonathan.
Would
Yeah.
you like to give me a charisma saving throw as you wake up? This is a straight roll as you are not fully manacled.
God.
You are still under the effects and wills of your master to kill.
Does this spell really work when they're dead?
I think it's coming from his equipment rather than
It's
the
the
person.
Yeah.
the manacles.
Yeah.
It's the actual manacles, not
It's like
the...
cursed
Yeah,
stuff.
true cop, true cop.
At the very least, try and break him off, maybe.
Well,
What
no,
would
he's
you
got to
like?
try and kill.
Well, yeah, he does, but I mean, someone else.
Shimmer.
Yeah, breaking something is
I'm
probably going to be
thinking what I can
strength-based,
do.
which I can't do.
I'm also thinking of other things that I can do.
Well, I'm gonna say that I'm glad that you don't have disintegration or finger of death, because you could put someone down for good. Oh, that's one spell you haven't used yet.
Stop
Hmm?
giving him ideas!
Yeah.
Wait, can you cast at 5th level?
Cast what at what level?
No, I'm just like trying to remember. Can you actually cast at 5th level?
No.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought you couldn't get that high yet.
Read what it also says.
Inactive, you're too lazy.
Yes, I just decided not to remove it.
Fair enough. Alright, that's fair. Okay.
Wait, what level is Shimmer? 9.
9. 9, 9, 9,
Um,
9, 9.
I am going to. Okay, who's the most damaged near me? I want to say it's
Delmara.
Del.
Yeah, it's going to be me.
Alright, then I'll magic missile her.
Oh, if only you had shield.
He might
Yeah.
miss.
I will say this as well. No, actually, no. Thing is, Magic Missile is technically 4 separate attacks that you direct at the same thing. Or 3 or 4. I've almost said that if it hits, once it brings him down, every other one is a 1 to a death saving throw, because each missile is its individual attack. As you can direct them in multiple things. By all intents and purposes, you could direct a bunch of magic missiles at many different goblins, for example.
Yes.
We'll see how this turns out.
I think I had that set that way at one point, but it was like, no, just do it this way. So
But regardless, it'll take a few to take her out, so what level would you like to cast this at?
I think it's I think I should have one more level 2 spell left. So I'm gonna cast it at level 2.
Okay, that's 3d4 plus an additional 1d4. So let's see. 3. It would have taken all of them to take her down, so there's no lost death saving throws on this.
It's close.
It literally took everything to drop her,
Yeah.
but she is down.
Son of a bitch.
Actually, she's more like this. Embrace me, Floor. That's your turn done, Shimmer. Unless you would like to do anything else. If you could. If you can. I don't know. You've used all of your sorcery points. Anything else you want to do, lad?
I'm out, damn it.
15 to
Oh,
get
yeah.
up. 5, 10, 15. And Althea will get an attack of opportunity.
I was actually trying to map out if I had enough to run up. Yeah, I'll be going 30.
Yeah,
You can
you
only
had to
go
use half your
15.
movement to stand up. You were on the ground.
Okay, then, alright. So I got 15 then. Alright. Well,
Still an
that's
attack of opportunity from Althea.
Mm.
So swing.
Non-lethal.
Not with advantage. You are not hit.
And that's all I can do.
Richmond.
No. I'm doing all this, Dad. I'm afraid. Thanks, though. Thanks, though. No bother. Thanks, though, Dad. Sorry for the interruption, folks. Shimmer, that's as far as you get. Minotaurs are dead. I will move them off the map. Cult Fanatic is going to move another 120, ending his turn. Mug.
He sees his good friend Jonathan attacking something over the wall, so he's going to 20, then another 20, and he'll probably dash.
You can dash and then get a bonus action attack with Frenzy.
Oh yeah, because Frenzy, right? Okay.
Frenzy.
This is with advantage, and it's an automatic crit.
Oh yeah, he's
Because
held.
he's held.
Oh, yeah.
Which is why they were trying to cast Whole Person on you all, because it's a very powerful spell. So that's not 15 points of damage. That's 10 from the 12 rolled. That goes to 20, plus the 5 goes to 25. Woohoo!
Plus his rage of 2.
Plus 2 rage to 27. Woohoo!
You
Yeah,
only,
that dragon
you only double dice, by the way.
Yeah, that's why I only did the 10.
Yep, sorry. Yep.
You're good. That's his turn. Damara. Something I've never asked you before. Might I have a death saving throw, please?
This is where she rolls a natural 20 and just gets back up and just goes, fuck it! I'm still standing.
I can't die. I keep living out of sheer spite. Rolls of 1.
Oh, rolls a 1.
Yeah,
We'll find out.
yeah.
Roll.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Failure.
1
Guys, she
failure.
stayed alive for like what, 40 years or something, and it's a fucking teammate that kills her.
Mhm. Well, to be fair, she's used to this. Someone that's meant to be on her team stabbing her in the back.
Yeah.
Could have sworn Grunt had a healing potion on her, but she must have used it because it's not there on my notes.
Grunt.
I think I remember you did use one at one point, and it really pissed you
I
off.
must have used it because I don't have it on me.
Yeah, it pissed me off because you we were getting really tanked out for once, and you just went lol. Because you nearly got max on it, I think.
Must have been.
All right,
Anyway,
Grunt.
Since, as far as Grunt's concerned, there's nothing medically she can do for Dell.
She could make a medicine check to stabilize her.
Dell has a health potion on her.
Would Grunt know this?
Actually,
You
we
guys
would,
have
'cause
often-
she's usually
you
the
often
one that
have the-
dishes them out.
Yeah, you are usually the ones that go, okay, I have one, here's one for you, one for you, one for you. I would say you are aware that your party member would have a potion.
I'm gonna move there.
You don't know where it's kept
Yeah,
on
I'm
her,
gonna
so it'll
search
be an
for a healing
investigation
potion
check. Whilst the cat shows up. On
Hello.
Tiny Cat.
Are you here for emotional support?
Tiny cat.
Tiny cat.
I say you're able to find it. I will say you
Alright.
can also administer
use
it
my
due
action,
to
or-
using... You can use your mother action to administer it.
I'm gonna pinch her nose and shove the bottle in her gob.
Wrong
Ah!
one.
Okay, that's probably 2d4 plus 2.
I can't look anything
Yep,
up now
and
because the cat's sitting on the
I'm
player's
out of
handbook.
rage because I didn't take damage or I haven't done damage since last turn.
No, it's the end of your next turn. Basically, you did an attack last turn.
Oh
It's
yeah, I
the
can still if I
next
get hurt,
turn.
I can. Yep.
It's next turn. You drop out of it.
Yeah, if I get hurt, I'll be.
You'll be
yeah,
fine.
So I'm in rage at the moment, but if
You're
I get
rage
hurt-
feeding! Ah! You
Live!
also drop out of it if you chose to.
Live,
No,
PLH,
I'm good.
live!
I'm pretty pissed.
2d4 plus 2. As your mother instincts kick in.
Okay, mark down that that's been used. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Upset I'm not giving her attention.
7 hit points. Damara,
Oh god.
the mother figure of your life is above you. And pissed. But not at you. But pissed.
I just look up
Slightly.
and I just sort of cough. I'm just like, don't kill him, please.
Aw.
Oh.
The second time in your life, you might need to make a persuasion
yeah, you
check
might make a
against Grunt.
charisma roll to make Grunt not do something stupid.
Yeah, you're gonna need to make a persuasion check there, friendo.
Okay,
Wow.
It's pretty convincing.
I'm pretty
That's
convincing.
countered by a wisdom check, just because that seems appropriate.
Sure.
Go on.
Go on. I'm curious.
So that's not the only wisdom check that was failed. The Dragonborn is still held.
Oh,
Yay!
Buckley.
It's like that time
Uh.
before with the portal.
Yeah, that's why I was saying the second time.
Aww.
So, okay, alright.
Push me in
You
the
have
side.
advantage on this attack.
I know. Bonus
Or
action,
melee
Searing
attack
Smite.
roll. That's when you hit, you can declare using bonus action to do Searing Smite.
Yes. Also, check something really quick. Change the
I will say, in case you want to do something else, Inflict Wounds is considered a melee spell attack. I would say it's an automatic crit if it hits.
That's pretty nasty.
That's
Just because
nasty.
Inflict Wound is a bitch. You hit with that at first level, that's 60-10 because it's a crit. If you wanted to be tempted. I have to say, this guy's fucked him over all night. He needs something karmatic or therapeutic.
So at a second level, we're looking at what?
What, from Inflict Wounds?
Maybe.
80, it's 4d10. You go up by a d10 per level.
Yeah.
So it would become 8d10.
Jesus.
But you have to hit. He's a tough guy.
Can you
But
get
you have
can
advantage.
you get flanking on melee spells? Never mind.
This is a crit. That is not 29. We'll say that's 58. Would you like to do this in any particular fashion?
It's basically just gonna go glowing fist, wind up, and gunk.
It's
You
generally
just...
It's okay.
There's that moment where your eyes go red. It is the one-man punch.
Punch!
And you just destroy him. You literally knock him out of his armor.
Oh, also, Spook, you were saying about how it's weird for a cleric to use
I'm gonna
necrotic
say you
damage.
send him
That's
flying
exactly
into
what
the water.
Inflict Wounds is.
I know.
You send him flying into the water.
Yeah.
He's dead. The plus side, he doesn't have that pain in his back anymore. Now he's got a pain in his everywhere.
So his armor is just basically on the ground now.
Floating.
Cool. I'm gonna search.
It's plate armor. It's
I
plate
gather
armor.
it all up.
You can do that on your next action because plate armor will take you a while. You
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
remove the user from the armor.
You can
It's
still
basically-
see in combat, so
Yeah. It's now Althir's turn.
I like how the town have said no guards or anything.
I know, right?
It's you guys. If you guys are fighting something, guards ain't gonna do shit.
Yeah, true.
I could at least have a look as to what the fuck's going on, then like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm out.
Maybe they've already looked at it and went, Grud's fighting someone, move, get out of the way. The
Those are
15
both
will
misses.
hit. 15 will hit you. So I
Alright.
think you are back down because you had 7 hit points.
Mhm.
Meh. Alistair. He is now not 120. He is now 240. He's still within range of you because I do believe you're sharpshooter.
No.
No,
Oh,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm
that's
the
the
one
one
with
thing-
sharpshooter.
So I can take the attack, but it's disadvantage.
Can do.
And for a penny,
Wouldn't the horse dash, so wouldn't it be further away? Oh no,
Alistair, just take out an arrow, you judge, and walk away.
Go, guys! Don't look at
as
explosions.
the horse and rider just kind of separate.
The horse continues to run, the rider off.
Is it like basically the arrow just goes?
Yes, basically, it's that long. What would you like to do, Ali Boo?
Just for future reference, for when the fight ends, if we end this session early, I'm going to go and find some guards or a group of guards to take some horses and go and collect the body and the other horse. I'd go myself, but I'm not feeling fit for it at the moment, so I'm going to leave that. My HP can be measured in dice that I'd rather not roll.
Relatable.
So I'm then going to come round the corner and move to the rest of my party.
You see Grunt administering a healing potion to Delmara.
Are we all still up?
Shimmer is back down. It is now, I'm going to say for the sake of this, Shimmer is restrained, or knocked out and somewhat restrained, so, while out of combat.
That's some good friends you used to know, Grunt. Ugh.
I'll take this time to then gather up the armor, just like, yes,
Very good red plate armor.
Ow.
awesome.
Ow. Ow.
I'll get a
That
stone
is-
giant tooth in a bit.
I'll say that Shimmer is stabilized but not brought back up from 0.
Mm-hmm.
That he stays down.
So we end in
Yeah,
combat.
that's kind of
I
what,
think it
that's
would've
kind of
done
what
it,
I was
combat.
hoping for when I was like, don't kill him, but, you know.
All right.
Up there would have
Grunt's
done a
gonna-
medicine check or something.
Grunt's going to go over to Shimmer and just sort of pick him up by the scruff of the neck, and she's going to investigate to see why the feck he's behaving poorly.
Make an investigation check. For you, this
That's
is with
very clever.
advantage. Because of what this is.
I'm gonna limp over.
Yeah, as I
You
see
and
everybody
Alistair
gathering,
both limp over.
as I see everybody gathering over there, I grab my plate armor and just slowly but
All right.
surely walk
Do
over.
I see anything wrong with a
I'm gonna
roll of
say-
20?
What you do notice is these shackles are things that you are almost sent back into a rage solely by seeing. These are the
Yes.
shackles of domination. These
I would
kind
like
of
to go
weapons-
into a
these
rage
shackles-
and go to pull them off.
Okay, you may very well take his hands with you.
Yeah, you may pull his arms off. It took a DC of 30 to unlock them.
I was
mean,
looking
you
to
wanna, like, grab
split
them on
them,
the
not
sides and, like,
pull at
yeah,
them. But
Okay.
Oh, you want to try and break them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, make a strength check with advantage as you are raging.
Come on,
Bear in
Grunt.
mind, these are magical. So, you best roll high, Sonny Jim.
Roll high. Roll high. Come on, Grunt.
So is this an athletics check?
I'll say so, yeah.
Athletics with advantage.
Ah.
Yeah.
Nope. Ding. Try to break the chain, but it does not even look like you've snapped it a bit. These shackles are things you remember as you have suffered from the non-chained variety, where it is shackled to your wrists and to your ankles.
Yeah.
They were
I
only
don't like
taken
this
off. They were only taken off when you were given to Slarlac, so Slarlac wouldn't have a set himself.
Ooh.
But these
That's
are
an idea.
used to, when you incapacitate someone, put them on, and most times it will shackle the person entirely, making them submissive to you.
And Grunt sort of shrugs and takes out the bloody big hook and is like, "Well, it looks like his arm's gonna have to come
No,
off."
no,
She
no, no,
makes
no,
that
no, no,
gesture,
no,
she
no,
doesn't
no,
actually say
no, no,
anything.
no, wait.
She waits.
Alistair, what do you do? Are you being a
Uh,
smart boy?
John, could you come down here?
Stop. I like staying on top of the stone. What's up?
I have a feeling that if there's shackles, there would be keys to said shackles, and I'm feeling
You
that
want
this
a hand
might-
investigating.
Yeah, if you could.
Okay, you're giving him advantage on this check?
Sure.
Actually, Jonathan's actually going to possibly use Dispel Magic.
I mean, that doesn't take them off him.
But it does.
It does
disable
make them non-magical
Well,
for one turn, making them regular shackles.
No, just
One turn they are
check for the key first. If we can find the key, we can just get rid of them. Or just keep
Well, that too.
Let's just check something first, Alistair, to see which one of you has a investigation.
I'd imagine him because I'm not proficient in
He's got a 5 in it, so you can. Buckley, you can roll it.
with advantage.
This is an advantage investigation check. So go ahead.
Let's see if we can check through his pockets.
Sure.
On the blackguard. Ooh, shit. Where's my notes?
We got a World of Warcraft list that shows us all the things that we get in the bottom right hand corner of our vision.
Yeah.
An icon of a bag on top of it. Yeah. Fuck, that's the monster manual.
Why's he got a bullet in there?
It's basically just like, nope, wrong. Nope, wrong. Ah, there we go.
I need to start leveling up into rogue for Christ's sake.
Because rogues are amazing.
Would have used.
Any spell of 3rd level or lower on the spell target.
Look at my rogue. My rogue is amazing.
Okay. It's only fair if I do this. I wasn't actually sure. I'm gonna be honest. There was something I wanted to put on, but I'm like, do I? Do I really do this? So, because it's Jonathan investigating, Buckley, roll me a d100.
Oh!
It's a loot roll!
It's a loot roll.
Great.
1, a 2, a 3.
Ooh, that's
Mm.
Oh
high.
no.
Doesn't necessarily mean it's good though.
He does have a bag on him, which inside the bag there is 60. Or no, sorry, there would be.
I'll make a note of this.
There is 30. It's a very. You notice it is actually just like will be the equivalent of a half-sized bag of holding.
Oh.
Inside of it is
Shopping bag of holding.
30 gems
Ooh.
that, when you price later on, each is worth 500 gold.
Ooh. Small
So-
fortune.
And now
3,000 gold right there.
I'm making a note in my
So,
treasure.
bag of holding. Yeah.
I need another. But this is a miniature bag of holding, meaning you can only hold up to 100 pounds.
That's
Bag of
that's
holding.
cool though.
Make a D100 roll again, Buckley.
1, a 2, a 3.
Straight down the middle.
Did we get something good?
This actually works.
Oh.
I don't like it, but it works.
It's a
I really don't like
That's the dough.
Sword.
Clips directly onto your bow of Corellia.
Because you can identify, because Buckley, you can identify. I will just say for this, because you can, can't you?
I believe as a cleric, I
Yeah, cleric at the
can, I think.
forge.
Yeah,
I think
basically-
Cleric of the Forge is why you have it. Check first. I'm not going to say this until. Please check that for me.
We have to go back to Merrick and he's going, what the fuck did you do in the town?
You raised hell.
What
hell,
level
guys?
is
They started
level.
it.
first?
First level spell.
So I don't get it from that.
Not from just being a cleric.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
no.
knowledge domain. Knowledge domain gets identified.
Okay.
We used to get it from Tavin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you don't have identify. So, besides anything else, you can tell that his sword, which was with a leather strapped pommel, it has 2 spikes coming from the bottom of the pommel, and at the top by the hilt, it has 2 spikes that go out. And the blade itself is more of a one-sided, with the other side of it looking like a serrated edge. Both sides are serrated, but in a different way. One is the typical kind of, to give the idea, the blade moves up like a curve. There's curves to it as it goes up, like jaggedness. And the other side is a design with actual teeth, essentially like the teeth of a saw, going up the other side of it.
Strange.
The sword he's wielding, it is the sword he's wielding, by the way, which you're all very lucky did not roll a natural 20 at all.
You put down serrated sword.
You're not far off what it actually is.
It's a shark tooth sword.
So,
It's basically the bigger cousin of the shark tooth knife.
shut up.
That's not nice. This is a knife.
So you have the sword. So that sword is pretty much the only thing that's magical on him. He does wear plate armor with this dark black design to it.
Ooh, do I want black or do I want red? Ooh.
Well, I need you to make a religion check first, Sonny Jim. Because there's
Yeah,
a
okay.
design on the front of it, and where
Do they find the key at all?
Yeah, that's the main one.
I'm doing the first. I'm doing
7.
the big things first. You don't know.
It's the armor of John Cena.
No, not quite. It's more like Randy Orton.
Ooh.
You will start hearing voices in your head, though.
Legend.
Yeah, at some point I'll just hammer the symbol
I will
out.
say
It's fine.
because
There are ways
Yeah,
to
it's
do
all
it.
good.
I will say that because this is one of the more well-known legends in your world, you are aware that the symbol in front of it is a symbol of iron, but it is a fist with chains wrapped around it. It is the symbol of Tyrontium, god of tyranny.
Huh.
One of my own. That's why I had to check the deity list.
Yeah.
So probably not good considering the last time somebody put some armor on, they burst into flames almost.
Yeah,
Maybe
that
just-
didn't.
Maybe check
Didn't
that
work
to one
well,
side
I
for the
guess.
time being.
Yeah, look, alright,
What
okay.
you do
You know what?
find, you do find there are keys on him.
Okay.
several of them, and you have to try a dozen out of 12. You have to try all 10, then you find the 11th is the key that takes off the shackles.
I'm going to make a note. Ring of keys.
One of which is keys
For
for the
shackle.
shackle.
Actually, Del, stick these on your thieves tool set in case you ever need to use them.
Sure, why not?
Especially where we're going, yeah.
So I'm going to remove ring of keys. I'll keep hold of this serrated sword and I'll put the money into my bag.
With that seemingly sorted, can I check his body for any sort of symbols of authority for the arena and that?
Oh.
I'll say because of Jonathan's role. Fair enough, that's something else. With Jonathan's help, you do see that he does have the symbol of Tyrontium, which you don't recognize it as that symbol. For that god, you see that as a symbol of authority for the arena.
I need to stick a right back, like 2 minutes.
Okay. But it is the
Alright.
symbol that basically means that you are a figure of power in the arena. Or
Alright,
in
well, I'm gonna
Sassoon
take-
in general.
I'm going to take that symbol.
Mhm.
I'd like to see if I can
You
scrap it. Just
rip
a
it off
very
the armor.
simple. Yeah, I'd just like to see if I can get a very simple leather strap off something that's dead here. Just a bit of a
That's
scrap
not
of
going to
leather.
be difficult to do. Probably off the
Alright.
horse's saddle will be easiest, because it does actually have straps.
I'm going to find find where his skull ended up.
You do. You
Gotta go
remember
find
where
Tie
it
it
is.
to my belt.
Ah.
Ah.
You use the skull and the symbol to bind his... Or you use the belt. Use the...
I was going to get to that. I would like to see if I can embed the symbol into his fucking forehead.
For you, that's not difficult.
Excellent.
Groot.
So
No, I
basically, you
have-
set it up. You set it up. Make a strength check to literally just cram it on. Cram it on the cranium.
I'll even use my last rage to give myself advantage.
For aesthetic.
That's how
Rush.
much I want this.
Athletics, rather. Yeah, that'll probably do it.
Wow.
Okay, so you literally almost the mountain in Game of Thrones style, but you're not going for the eyes. You're just putting the symbol with your thumbs into the forehead. You just hear the bone crack. You break in the nose and everything, and over the eyes. And the eyes just kind of pus out at the sides, and you shove it in. But it is embedded.
Excellent. That will make a nice trophy for my belt. And when I get there, I can say, "Let me into the arena. I want to fight."
Proof of how I can fight? Yeah.
Right.
All right, Grunt's done. She's happy now.
Uh,
She's calmed down.
Althea
Okay.
looks to all of you, slightly charred. Can I go anywhere near you guys without getting burnt?
No,
no. Can't
Verbally
really.
or physically?
Both.
no, definitely not in that case.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna go
Ow.
behind.
Also, Alistair, you were meant to talk to me about that kind of corruption details you found. You didn't even give me a sample of it.
Oh, yeah.
And next time you were going to this dune, I told you I was coming. And these two came along because they saw me. And Mark told them not to get me killed, so...
I'm pretty sure we could use all the hands we're going to get if this is the kind of scout party they send out. So,
I'm just going to write on my item list that I have the skull of my enemy.
Skull of Remkun. Put it in. R-E-M line.
type that out?
K-U-N.
Well,
what does it look like?
we have a new vehicle of transportation now.
What?
Probably throw the cages off to the side.
Oh, yeah. Oh, good call, actually.
A brand new, even bigger cart.
Yay!
And it's definitely got space for 6 people in the back.
Yes, but it's going to take 2 people to pull that. It was literally the only reason I'm saying that this will work is you have 2 buff as fuck barbarians. A half ogre and a Goliath.
We can
Yeah, to
attempt
be
to try and
fair,
get some horses.
I might be the equivalent of a horse, but I'm not the equivalent of 2 horses. I'm strong.
Yeah.
I'm not that strong.
Oh, don't worry. I can enhance ability you and make you even stronger.
Still wouldn't work.
Hang on,
It's
can't I there
literal
summon like
fact.
steeds and shit?
He can summon his own steed. which is going to take a while. It's going to take a few hours now for him to bring back another one.
Well,
If you can enhance my size, then I could probably carry it on my back. But until then,
I'm pretty sure we can buy some horses from somewhere.
Probably from here.
Did you say
If
there
they're
were
not all dead.
12 keys on the ring of keys?
12 keys on the ring, yes.
Okay,
One of which is for cause shackles.
Yeah, a quick head count. I'm guessing that there's not enough sets of shackles here to match.
Correct.
How,
But there are different types of keys. So say there's one with a particular design that worked for the shimmers, but there's 3 others that match that design.
Mhm.
But there are, from those then, so those 3, there's 9 other keys that look different. Of different types and varieties.
Okay, so to-do list at the moment, maybe get the shackles off the minotaurs and the giants and whatnot, just in case we need them for the future. Maybe, I don't know. I want to get
Brent will
some
help you
giant
loot
teeth.
all these idiots. Just the heavy lifting, not the investigating, but she'll help you loot all these idiots.
Yeah, I'd like to get some giant teeth, and I'm trying to think of if there's anything else we need to do.
I'm going to take out my warhammer and see if I can knock off one of the horns off the minotaur.
I'm going to delete the.
For you,
two
that is
vials.
not difficult.
I'm going to delete the 2 vials that I've got. I'm going to give them to Othia, the corrupted savannah.
I'm going to hand Alistair a minotaur horn and find it amusing as he tries to hold a minotaur horn.
Yeah, Alistair, the horn is about the size of a longsword.
I don't know where I'm going to put this, but it's a wonderful gesture.
I pick it up. I pick it up
Probably,
again.
well, no, I would be able to make a sword out of it, but
No, I've got a better idea. Let's
you like to
hollow
make
it
it
out
into
and
a
make
pair?
a quiver.
I
I
could
thought you
probably
were
do
going to
that.
say, let's hollow it out and make a horn. And then I was just going to be like,
Boo!
I like the idea of a minotaur horn
Grunt
quiver.
pulls out
That
her
will
Probably
notepad.
do it.
that's cool.
Grunt pulls out her notepad and actually shows something to our resident blacksmith that says she actually knows how to play war horns.
I mean,
She
if
has a
you want
performer
it,
background as a
Well,
gladiator.
well,
I mean, she
we have
gets a
if
musical
several
instrument.
horns.
It was the only one that made sense.
we have
Yeah,
some
that's
war
right.
horns
If you
also.
give me another horn, I can make you a war horn, and I
It
can make
doesn't
a.
take her long to go
Yeah.
have another minotaur horn to you. I'll say for the sake of brevity, also, once you do remove the shackles from the minotaurs and the giant, they do shrink down to the size of a humanoid medium.
So how many sets have we got?
You now have 4 sets. One was on
Four.
Shimmer, 2 minotaurs, the giant.
Okay, so somebody want to make Narrowing, do you want to make a note of that? Because you're more likely to use shackles, I
Well,
imagine.
put them in the bag of holding, because it's...
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Why would I be able? Why would I more likely to be
Kinky.
using?
Just put them in
they're
the bag. Just
metal.
put them in the bag of holding, so it's like passing.
Oh yeah,
stuff.
so yeah, I can melt them
Who's
down.
in
Yeah.
charge of
We'll
the
say-
holding? I believe that's you, Del.
Well, actually, would I be able to grab the
I've got a holding.
the new shopping bag of holding?
The teeny tiny one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Shopping
100.
bag of holding.
Make sure to make note that it is 100 pounds it can carry.
Okay.
Follows all the same rules, but it's literally just 100 pounds.
How much would the shackles weigh?
Each shackles weighs 10 pounds.
Mm.
They are heavy. They are meant to weigh someone down and be a bother and be oppressive.
Cool.
They're not
Well,
meant to be
before I
easy.
put them in, then, because of how heavy they are, I'm going to take out my 5 bear traps.
Oh my god!
The
that I was
5
carrying
bear
just
traps.
in case. That gives us considerable weight. I'm going to actually leave them at home, so I'm going to make a note of them somewhere else.
Home. We're
fuck
like
them on the-
we're quite far away from home.
We're in Newgrow, aren't we?
Yeah, we're...
Yeah.
I know it's been a
If this
while,
was-
but yeah, we
If
I'll
this is
check
Dust
it
Cave,
out.
Merrick would have just poked his head out of a wall, disintegrated the fucking blackguard. It's
In
gonna
the
Yeah.
cart. In the cart, so I've got 5 bear traps. You never know,
At
we
this
might
point,
need
you
some.
see as well the Mayor Regent turning the corner. Oh my. He's gone pale. He's not used to seeing blood.
Hello!
Oh,
Salutations from Duskhaven.
A lot of death.
I'm just gonna-
I float over, just like
Oh.
turn him around. No, it's okay. It's all right. It's
I give
okay.
him a look
Uh.
that if I were some sort of creature could almost certainly kill.
I pivot so I can like show off the skulls. Like, hey, that job you wanted to do was to do. We did it.
Oh.
Yeah, I just float
I hope
over,
my soul comes back soon. I hope my soul comes back soon.
just turn him around, just like
I'm not cut
it's
off for
okay.
this. I'm
It's
a
okay.
baker. Why did he choose me? I'm a baker.
And don't worry, I'll get the
He
wall
says as
fixed.
he's walking away. Altair speaks. Yeah, Aeon still's about 2 days out. He said he wanted to stay and just tend to his father a bit longer before going. The fact that he's leaving his father and all is surprising me. I did check on him yesterday. He's
Yeah, we know.
Ow. How much would the gemstones weigh?
the bag would have just contained the gemstone.
So did
100
we
pounds.
do anything else, like off the dragon, half dragon, sorry, or anything else? Or
Off
did we already get everything?
the plate armor off the Dragonborn. The swords are just a long sword and short sword. The Blackguard has just a shield and his plate armor.
Wait, just so I get it right, because I've written down that you said that there were 9 keys that look different, but there are 4 sets of shackles here.
Oh, sorry, it would
Those
be
are
8
probably
then.
the same.
I was counting only theirs. I didn't register his as well, so there'd
Yeah,
only
right.
be 8 keys.
Write that down.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Which most likely 6 of those 8 are for the cages, which are in the back of the thing.
Possibly.
And that's where that is. So there's 2. You don't know what they're used for.
Okay, I'm gonna
two
go and get a
mystery
tooth.
keys.
I'm gonna get me tooth.
Okay.
You want my hammer?
I don't know actually. Assessing it, what kind of tool would I need to take a giant tooth out?
A pick would probably do it.
I think I could probably have a chisel and a hammer.
A chisel and a hammer will take a while.
Hmm.
How about
You could
mean-
how
try
about
it with a
Grunt's
sword.
hook? How about Grunt's hook?
Yeah.
What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a piece of gentry,
Grunts.
dentistry piece.
Actually, how big is the tooth to begin with before I'd start wrenching this out to put on a necklace?
I'm going to voice act Grunt's response. Hmm?
Hmm?
I mean, human teeth is that big, so giants is maybe like what?
Well, considering a giant can crush a man between its teeth. Well, a part
So
of a
about
man.
a mid-sized
Once I
tooth.
realised
yeah.
he wants
It'd
he
be
wants
about
a giant
that big.
tooth.
That's gonna be like the head of it.
Fuck it then. Grunt, see if you can
I'll
chip
take
the
them.
tooth.
It's like how people. It's like how people would in fantasy use like straight up use the tooth of something as a spearhead or something. It's a big fucking piece.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
That's why you
Yeah.
specifically chose like one of the smallest ones on a dragon. But
Mhm.
even then, giant teeth are all just like more systematically like large. There wouldn't be any
I'm
that
gonna
are
rest my shield.
ideal.
I'm gonna rest my shield for a minute so I can take the big feck of hook and then take the warhammer that I have and use it to do some dental work.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
say because
basically
it's
like
you, it's not
just
going to
seems
take
like a
long.
chisel
Ship
sort of
a bit.
action.
You just hear as you just watch for he just cuts into the flesh behind the tooth, sinks it in, and just with the hammer, ding 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 ding, out it goes.
So I'm going
Gold
to add
tooth?
that to my neck.
Roots
I
and
say
all?
it's. I'll actually say it's more like say about your head.
Size of a head.
Yeah.
Dang.
That's not going to be something to go on a necklace.
No.
Could you shatter it? I'll take a shard. That'll do.
I'll take the hook again and
This
with
is
my
where
hammer,
using
place
a
it
hammer
right
and
in the
chisel-
middle. Yeah, I'm gonna chisel
black-
right in the center.
Okay, I'll say it takes you a few minutes, but you chisel it down to having a shard of a stone giant's tooth, which is like cutting through rock and clay itself.
Well, he's a stone giant, I suppose. So.
I'm going to search through the.
It's now
two cultists.
about say that size.
Stone.
If you look at my hand gesture, it's about that size. The bit that's been roughly carved.
Jesus.
I can make you
Big
a.
fucking things.
Well, it's that's jewelry basically. Would be just a piece of chain holding it.
Scroll across things. So I've got
You
black
can
wormling,
put a
gold
hole
head,
through it.
gold dragon,
If
and
you
gold
hang
dragon.
on to it and take it to like a crafter, they could probably carve it into something cool, like people used to do with whalebone.
Yeah. So I'll put
Yeah, a rune.
Like you did choose from the adult dragon the smallest tooth, like at the back. But these are all like like human teeth. They're all somewhat the same size.
Yeah.
Because they're literally just a big
Shard
scaled
of
up.
stone giants.
I'm
Teeth.
gonna go ahead and look through the two cultists.
They've absolutely nothing on them. They've their own robes. They have symbols to. Just make sure I get his spelling right, because I've actually not had to pronounce his name. This is new for me. I'm actually quite excited. I get to use my deity list. When I find...
I know something we need to look for.
Wow, I left a lot of space there.
Oops,
Sorry,
wrong.
folks. I'll make a note to put this down with the... No. It's the same symbol as the one on the... here we go. Let's move my bookmark to here. It is the symbol of... One of them is not the symbol of Tyrontium. I would like a religion check from you to figure out who this is.
That's
22.
better.
This is not the symbol of Tyrontium, but it is the symbol of a hand that is withered. It is a symbol of Peronius, god of decay. He's also known as the Everlasting and the Enduring. However, now that you're recalling it from Peronius, you see that there is a correlation between him and Tyrontium. They're both dead. Both gods were killed in one of the oldest wars, where Peronius was burned by Vera, the goddess of justice, whereas Apexium, god of war, slew Tyrontium in a duel.
Cool.
Not
There
big
you go.
news, isn't it? If dead gods are getting worshipped again.
hmm
Yeah, that's
And
bad.
Apexium is named the Ever-Burning, god of war. Kind of an Ares thing to him.
Right, okay.
John, give us a hand checking through this drow. I want to see if he's got any poison.
Is Core back yet?
Yeah, said I was back like 5 minutes ago.
Okay, I didn't hear you.
Michael.
I didn't
So
hear
that'd
you.
be
Welcome back.
advantage on investigation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Essentially, yeah. That's what I'm going for. See if we can find anything good in his pockets.
There you go.
He has 3 vials of drow poison. I will give you the details of it. I will let you know it takes an coat these, and they will last for about an hour on the arrows. These were meant to be designed in a bolt, but they'll work in an arrow just the same.
Okay.
They can also be equipped to a blade. The poison is, make note of this for me please, it is a DC 15, and it's 76.
Jesus.
Whoa.
You kidding me?
Yep, that's why
Also-
those 2 arrows, if you did not succeed your con save, you would have taken 40 poison damage.
Fuck, so hang on. DC.
15.
Yep.
Also,
7d6.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
That's brutal.
Okay. He also has his light crossbow, which was reloaded, and does have a little like mechanism on the side where a bolt is sat in, waiting to be put in to reload, and there is a bolt in it, which is still poisoned. But the poisons, both of those are poisoned, but probably going to wear off in the next hour or two. Poison will just seep off or evaporate.
I'll probably leave that. Probably not as interested in that. But I've made a note that I've got three vials.
Yes, a vial can be used to coat 5 arrows.
So 5 arrows
Well-
each.
But you have to, I'll say, for the sake of this, to use the vial on 5 arrows will take a minute to do it properly.
Okay. So this is
So,
like a prep thing, not a combat
This will
thing.
be a prep thing. Now, if you wanted to, you could open the vial and just drench it on a blade, or just like drop it down a quiver,
Mhm.
like literally drench a quiver with it. But might not work with the quiver because you're not getting the actual arrows. The
Mhm.
blade, it would definitely work to just pop and drain.
Okay. That's something
If
to
we're going
note
into
on.
arena combat, would have prep time, so that might be good.
Yeah, you would have. That would have been absolutely disgusting in an arena.
Might be something to consider, but I'll hold on to some dry poison then. Unless, Dell, are you alright for poisons?
Surprisingly, no. I don't really have.
Except for the dagger.
Yeah, aside from the dagger, which is only once per day.
Do you want to have one?
I'll have one. I've got some ancake poison left over, which I was saving, but I've only got like 2. So I'll take 1.
Hang on, let me just copy and paste it in there for you. So,
Is this some sort of horse stable?
Yes.
That was a trough for them, but the horses, one was chased off and the other one is.
What's this sort of building behind the troughs?
That's
The
where
stable.
the horses would kind of like stay in if it was raining. It's
Excellent.
not meant to keep horses like for very long. It's just like a little stopping point for them.
Excellent. Grunt's going to go in here and fall asleep.
Okay, Grunt goes in there and takes a nap.
I'm going to get the guard, as I said, to go and reclaim the horse if they can, and also reclaim
Later
the body.
on, I'll say as this has gone on, Frank and Jace do come down with Berg, the shopkeeper. Berg was the person who did alert once they came in, Althea and them, that there was a fight going on down below.
Okay, just for my own notes, if the thing saves, do they take half damage from the poison or none?
Half damage.
Half damage. There we go.
Well,
That's
I'm
why
gonna go-
Alistair, from 2 shots, only took 20. Nasty fucking poison.
I'm gonna collect my plate armor and go
I will
behind.
say, you can say, send Frank and Jace, and they will go off and do that now.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go behind the nearest non-visible area from everybody to change real quick into the red.
This into the red. Okay, you're now wearing the easiest way to do this. Oh, there it is.
So
Nearly fell off my chair.
18.
Drow,
Wait,
Gallopay, Gargoyle, Giant, Knoll, Gorgon, Grimlock, Harpy, Half Dragon. Your armor now looks like that.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's cool.
Oh, hang on, I missed the picture. What? Oh, like the one in the book.
Yep.
Yes, and it's
That is the armor the
physics.
Half Dragon is wearing. So now you look badass. Your armor is
Yeah, I
now
have
18. With the shield, it is 20.
You know, I'm a little.
Plus,
upset
I get
that-
I get a +1 because of being a Forged Domain cleric.
Just
So I have
naturally on your
21
armor.
Yep.
So now you have 21 AC naturally.
And then it's non-magical, yes,
Not magical, so you can buff it whenever you want.
whenever I sleep.
To give you 22.
Yeah.
Meaning you cast shield on yourself, and I have to roll 20s to hit you.
Yeah.
You were going to literally the small fry just gonna look at you, and bullets and arrows are gonna ping off you.
So I'm a little bit annoyed at Nerwin now.
Why? Because I'm
First
taking
you're
your
stealing
style?
my fire bit, now you're stealing my look.
Don't wear armor!
That's the point.
Dragon armor.
He says this as he comes to consciousness.
And I come out and show about
Oh, if it comes to... Yeah, that's the point. When Shimmer comes to consciousness, I guess we're all, like, checking to make sure he's okay.
I'm not
Shimmer?
going to have a nap.
Shimmer, because you have, since the shackles have been removed, and you have taken the effect twice, you are now at 2 levels of exhaustion.
Eesh. That's gonna hurt for a bit. Well,
To
That's
explain
what
this
I
to
do
you
is-
guys, just so you guys
Look
are
at
aware.
L, I say sorry and pass out.
Oh.
That's fair.
I look at him and say, Dick passed out before I could hit him, and then I fall over as well.
Disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved.
Well, wait until he's back to a reasonable condition before we set out for distance.
Yeah, I was about to say, probably everybody have a nice, small little rest.
The
We'll have a
Berg,
nice,
Berg,
relaxing break, which would be a great time to shop at Game Tea.
Berg looks to you all and goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna let Martin know. There's gonna be rooms made available in the inn for you guys.
Shit.
Do you guys can I help in any way with anything?
Get us some ale, maybe?
A place to sleep!
I think it'll be everybody.
I'm not the shopkeeper, but I can. I'm only a shopkeeper. I've dealt with some fancy stuff. If there's anything there you want me to help look at,
Ooh,
yeah.
Alistair.
What was it we got? The
Yay, Berg!
blade.
Bert.
He looks at it, then takes out a magnifying glass, which has like this kind of web design on the interior, and looks over it. Well, this is a nasty thing. It's a very nasty thing. This is a long sword of sharpness.
Ooh.
Ooh.
To describe it for you guys, out of character, when you attack an object with this sword and hit it, you deal a maximum damage dice against the target when it's an object.
Oh.
When you attack
so
a
basically
creature
base.
with this weapon and roll a 20 on the attack roll, bear in mind it does say a 20, does not say a 19 if you have a critting bonus.
Mhm.
The target takes an extra 14 slashing damage. Then roll another d20. If you roll a d20, then you lob off one of the target's limbs, with the effect of such determined by the DM. If
What?
Creature has no limbs to sever, you lob off a portion of it instead. In addition, if you speak the sword's command word, you cause it to shed dim light, bright light for 10 feet, and dim light for another 10 thereafter. Speaking this command word again, or sheathing it, puts the flame out or on.
Damn.
Damn.
It's the
Dang.
closest 5th edition equivalent of the Vorpal Blade.
No, there actually is the
there is
Vorpal
a
Blade.
Vorpal Blade in 5th
Is there?
edition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you fuckers ain't ever seen it.
This is like a watered down
This-
one.
This is literally baby's first blade.
Yeah.
Does anybody know Hold Person?
Jonathan does.
That's interesting.
Shimmer
Why?
might, but
Pretty
he's
sure-
currently passed out.
I'm pretty sure.
Do you really
Cleric-
think
And
Can
actually,
you
I'm
learn?
pretty sure I can learn
know a
it.
spell like that?
You can choose it. You can choose
Yeah,
it.
I can choose it.
I'm just thinking if somebody's Held Person, then it's an automatic crit. Does
It's
that
an automatic
get the
crit, but it's not a
same,
roll
or-
20. It actually specifies in the
It-
thing.
that's why it
has to be 20,
specifies rolling a 20.
Just so we know now. So cool.
because
Okay.
otherwise
Literally
champions
has-
would be
the roll
able make
has to
use
be
of that
20.
with the
Yeah,
higher
because
crit.
otherwise that sword and whole person, Eldritch Knights, become terrifying.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Yeah.
that. I was like, I'm not
Eldritch Knight,
following
and
that, but
Eldritch Knight walks up to you with a blade and goes, "We know how this is going. Surrender."
Stop! Hammer time! Oh!
The
It's a
cogs,
sword.
the
Strike!
cogs in Spook's brain were quickly turning then.
Going. Yeah, I was watching. He was going nuts. He was just going.
All of the possibilities.
As you were all looking
I
at
could
this,
make my Hydra
Oh, there is a
farm.
Vorpal sword.
as you were all looking at this, resting, some of you are unconscious, some of you are fallen down. You were all somewhat, one way or another, dragged to the inn, and Grunt is somewhat kicked by someone who probably does it with the end of one of the guards lightly prods with the end of the spear as far away as they can be from her.
I need
Emotions that everyone else has gone to the inn.
a warm meal, a warm bath, and a warm bed.
You can be provided with all of these, as because you have basically stopped them from trying to drag civilians out to go and get slaughtered in an arena. Kind of have free B&B.
Excellent.
Well, before I go to the inn, I'm gonna take the horn and go see about trying to make a quiver real quick.
That's not going to be quick.
Well, yeah, no, basically.
It's going to be 2 or 3 hours. Okay, we'll say before we go for a break, make a smithing check.
Come on, baby. 15.
Okay, roll me a d8. It takes 5 hours to do it, but you do make it into a quiver. Taking some of the straps from the deceased horse's saddle, you manage to set it up so that it will strap around someone's chest, and the quiver will sit nicely there.
Cool.
You hollow it out in such a way so that it is a straight down. The quiver can hold 20 arrows.
Sweet.
Cool.
Are we taking a break and then coming back?
We are
for a little
now
bit?
taking a break and going back
Cool.
for a little bit. So,
Cool. We'll be back
whilst
in a few
we're
minutes.
away, if you were looking for something amazing and nerdy to look at, why not check out Game Tea?
We have
Yes.
mystery bags available at the moment.
Ooh.
It could very well contain my fingers or my soul. I forget what I sold to AJ that day.
I'm pretty sure your
And-
entire body just belongs to Game Tea.
You
Oh, yeah,
haven't
no.
sold
Okay,
a
okay.
very
I have
long
genuinely
time.
signed it away, but it's only for a 10 or 50. I really just want a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Just what I'm
I
mean,
want enough
it's-
money for chicken nuggets.
We all
Yeah,
want
I mean,
them
that
chicken
stuff's good.
nuggets. We'll be
Right.
back shortly, guys.
Don't go anywhere except to Game Tea.
I sold my soul for an
Yay.
excellent Game Tea product.
And we're back.
Welcome back, everyone. So, anyone who did not see what happened very recently, very interesting. Very hectic, very close fight with a lot more people than I realized very to death. Mug could kill all of you. Most of you. You just turn, look at gun and go, shit. So, you have all been given through essentially the communal agreement of the town, as there are many people who were looking at the fight from the insides, but were peasants that if one character looked at them, they would probably die. So everyone stayed in. But people do come out to help, and the mayor immediately it's less the mayor that's doing everything, like the mayor regent, Colin Fawcett. It's more Berg himself that's actually organizing people to take care of things. To say, for example, I keep forgetting his name, so I'm going to put it in here. Berg the shopkeeper. Organizing people to remove the bodies, take them out, and essentially there's a pyre made. The giant, after several hours, is cut up a lot and is moved. Because you can't move a body that big, so you may as well move all the bits of it.
Fair point. To the pub then with the not half bad group, because I need to talk to them.
The Not Fat Bad group, Dell, Shimmer are mostly dragged. But you do find yourselves. We'll say I don't have an interior. Do I? Hang on, do I? Check this. Because it is this corner house. Because I know a lot of these buildings I did have. Let me just check. Nope. Okay. So, there is no interior to it, but when you enter in from the bottom right-hand side. In that way.
Okay.
And when you are brought in, people just clear out tables for you guys, and you can all sit down. And whatever food was being prepared, whilst some people are grumbly about it, some old drunks, they are quelled and told they'll get the next round of food, as you have just immediately gotten hot food. Just crop, spuds, pork, ham, beef, those kind of things. It's slow roast kind of things. The meat just falls away once you put a knife to it.
Oh, delicious.
What do you mean put a knife to it?
Put
Your teeth
face
count
in.
your canines count as knives. Let's be real.
Aren't they incisors?
Moving on.
Okay.
Right.
I'm gonna pull up a table pull up at the table with John and Mug.
Yeah, basically you're all at the same table, we'll say, for the sake of ease. It's one large table. It's just made clear of you guys. People just get the fuck out of your way.
Okay.
And you hear the shopkeeper, the innkeeper, Martin, I do. Innkeeper Martin, yeah, that's right. Ooh, look at me. Innkeeper Martin says, "If you guys keep coming back and save this town, I'll be out of business because I have to pay for your food for free for the evening."
If needs be, I can hunt you some more game.
No. Fine. He looks at you and goes, "I could throw a cup at you and you drop." No, you're...
At the moment, I would, yeah.
Let's roll for Althea's religion check.
What I'm gonna do is
Actually, this should be medicine.
quick conference before I do this.
Far better.
So real quick, do we need these gems?
Define need.
They're worth
Like-
a lot of money.
Yeah, I know they're like worth what 30.
500
Each one is worth 500, and there's 30 of them.
There's a lot of renovations going on back in Duskhaven. Doesn't hurt to
Give you an
have-
idea, every 2 of them is 1,000.
Okay, so 1,500.
Yeah.
15,000. 1,500 implies it's 1,500.
Well, yeah, 50,000.
It's 1,500.
So we got a fair bit of money just sitting in our pockets at the moment.
Okay, never mind.
We can make use
We
of it
don't
once we
need them
get back.
specifically, but we could use the value that they represent.
Yeah, it might be an idea to hold on to one or two of them just for trade purposes, because you never know when you might get a slightly better deal. Some people prefer shiny gems over gold coins.
Yeah, well okay. I'll leave them there then. Never mind.
I mean, if you come up with a better use, by all means share, but
Oh, well, I mean, it was basically just so I can clear the bag. I was just gonna go to the counter and just go. But then I figured,
Bit,
now
bit
that's probably...
overkill, I think.
Yeah.
You now own the town.
we bought New Grove.
I mean,
This point you may as well.
really.
I'm going to.
This is our keep.
If you feel if you feel bad, just throw a few coin their way, not all the gems.
Well, no, it's more that way I have a shopping bag, so I can... The shopping bag of bullet.
I've got the gems in my bag currently. Or did you want to have it in yours?
I mean, they were basically the limit of the whole shopping bag of holding
altogether. All 30 gems altogether is £100.
Okay, I'll remove them from mine then. That's fine.
So that you can refer to that bag as being worth 15,000. That one bag has 15,000 worth in it. God damn. Where is that rolling? I need to find that.
Right. Okay.
While Grant's eating and drinking, she would like to do some flexing and some showing off to the other members of the bar.
The head of your previous victim bouncing off of your hip.
Yep.
Make a performance check.
Jeez.
Some people are impressed. Others are just more disturbed by the fact you have a still blood-dripping head.
Yeah.
I can't say I blame them.
So when you sit down, someone does put a bowl under, like right next to your chair, so that the blood just drips into the bowl rather than staining the floor.
I keep the metal of my axe and just cauterize the end of the head. Like, yeah, there we go.
With the little bowl they've had collecting the blood before he did that, I'm going to be like, oh, good, and I'm just going to drink it.
You literally drink the blood of your enemies.
Yeah.
I mean, why am I surprised?
Well, I assume that's why they were doing it. That's what the bowl thing is for. Not that I understand
Fine,
cutlery terribly well.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to sit down with John and Mug and say, timely arrival as always.
Mostly blame this guy who's got us pretty much on a warpath. As we look over Althea, whose eyes are this bright blue as he's doing something with the vial, examining it. He's basically got us on a warpath, more or less, just charging out after you. We kind of struggled to find you for a bit until we discovered there's a massive pile of corpses here. Let's go to the other side of the corpses. So we did.
Yeah, that might have been us.
Yeah, what the hell was that, by the way? I did a quick head count on just skulls. There were too many there.
How many was I taking at one point? That was epic.
That was like 12.
Let's see. I did, I destroyed undead, because that's what they mostly
Too many!
were.
I did have a number written down for you guys, so I hope you can count, but if you didn't, I'm not going back to count them.
I'm pretty
it's
sure
like-
it was in the 60s.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yeah,
64,
64 I think it was.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dead.
And most of them were wiped out via the destroy undead.
Yeah, it's very effective against undead hordes.
Yeah.
Yeah, funny, destroy undead is fairly effective at destroying undead.
Who knew?
Well,
Huh,
by
fair
the
enough.
way, I've come to the conclusion now that I need you guys around like as much as possible. Especially
I'm just
going
gonna
forward.
say this out of character, you fuckers control them.
Then let's do
Althea.
an RP for it.
It's focusing on the, No, I'm gonna do the RP for it.
I can
You
certainly
don't get,
control my-
you don't get freaking characters, fuck you. Fuck off. I've helped build these characters up to what they are. Let me know.
My backstory. My family.
Aw.
They're not that bad.
If they die, it's on your head.
Yeah.
It's part of the risk of the trade, though. So,
Yeah, right.
to continue from that, I'm going to turn to Mug, and I'm going to hand him the serrated sword.
Oh dear God.
Whoa.
He looks at it and is like, I would not like All Faithful.
I'm not saying get rid of Old Faithful, but you never know when you might get disarmed in combat, or you might need the use of something else. It's good to have a backup blade.
pretty sword.
From what I've been told, it does more damage to weapons, so maybe this will be your door breaker. Or your
It
wall
does
breaker,
do
I
more
don't know.
damage to. It does do more damage to objects, but it can still decapitate a bitch, literally.
So apparently it's a sword of sharpness. Sword of sharpness.
To a sword of something.
He looks at it and goes, I like the sound of that. Okay, it's mine. And he's going to attune to it, and God help anyone who comes near him.
That's going to be a very useful weapon for him.
That's going to be a scary ass weapon, are you kidding me?
I'm going to delete that from my list, and then I'm also going to turn to John, and I'm going to say...
Someone code that into Run, or into Mug. That he now has it. It is a D8 and a D10, because longsword.
Versatile. So you can use it two-handed still.
He can. But not with Great Weapon
Slight.
Master, but he doesn't have Great Weapon Master, I don't. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, 'cause it's not heavy. Never mind, but it's a backup weapon. And I'm going to turn to John and say...
So what's the stats on it again?
1D8 or 1D10. I will check, actually, to make sure. Because I'm not sure if it's a +1 or 2.
Maybe it's even cooler. Maybe it's a +2, and therefore it offsets the fact that he won't use a D12. Who knows?
It doesn't specify.
Well, poo.
I'm going to say that it is a +1, because that bonus is too goddamn good for a +2 weapon.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm going to say to John, now we've got a cart, so we have a means of actually getting around. I'd like you to be a designated driver if you could.
So
Okay.
you want me... Oh, sorry, did you say that to Buckley?
What's the name of the weapon
Well,
again?
I thought you were saying we're controlling
yeah.
him, so...
I tell you what.
No,
I'll
no,
let
you go ahead.
guys actually do it.
'cause-
No, I'll let you do
No,
it.
no, actually, I have no idea how to fucking play him via RP.
We'll play them in combat, but we have no idea how to.
Yeah,
RP.
combat, yes. RP, fucking... I have no idea.
Fair enough.
Naren's immediately like, shit, I regret everything.
Because you realize you now have to go from playing average characters who have maybe 12 or so intelligence to a 20.
Yeah.
John's a smart boy.
Smart bastard.
Yeah, I know.
Next to you and goes, yeah, I can conjure up your transport if you want, but I think the town owes us enough that we could probably end up acquiring horses from here.
That was the other thing I was going to say, is that we never know when creatures that we have controlling the cart may perish in combat. So I'd like to gift you something that I got a while back, and I'm going to give him the Cloak of the Alpha.
So he can summon wolves.
So he can summon a pack of wolves.
Oh, Alistair wasn't going to use it.
Okay, so guys, kind of looks like Duratan now.
Awesome!
Look at the World of Warcraft movie. Like, just Google World of Warcraft movie, Duratan.
It's the orc that has the wolf cloak. You can't miss him.
I'll look it up for you.
For the Lord.
Oh, Durotan. Oh wow. Yeah, that's kind of how I pictured it to look when worn. Oh,
I'll put it in here into Blood and Sand, guys, because
Nice.
that's what that looks like. He's a scary bastard with that thing on.
So there's our designated driver. 'Cause he can also turn into a hawk or something, and he can go and scout while
We
the
have
wolves are
a-
still pulling the cart.
A full pack of wolves pulling a cart.
Because I had a check.
By the way-
8 quarter strength creatures,
Yeah.
which would be wolves.
I will say that it'll be 8 wolves. It's gonna be one big ass sleigh they're pulling.
Yeah, I was about to say, this is like husky style, just...
Thankfully, they're not huskies because they would immediately die in this heat.
Yeah, wait.
Trying to make huskies
Actually,
do that?
huskies-
Their fur would just be gone, like...
They've just
They
go,
should. Like
Huskies
crazy.
do surprisingly well in the heat. Their coat is very insulated and can reflect the sunlight quite well.
Yeah,
But at the same time, I'm not making a very fluffy animal. That's just mean.
yeah.
You just
But
make-
what I meant
just
is
make
then,
them, you
like-
just make them Arabian wolves. There you go.
Arabian wool.
I would like 4 Tibetan Mastiffs, please.
No. Those are easily challenge rating 4. You kidding me? I don't know. They're used for hunting bears. They're definitely challenge rating 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to
I would say that you would be able to actually do Arabian design wolves, considering we are in a desert style atmosphere. So they
Noise.
would look. They'd be the size of a normal wolf if Arabians are at all any smaller. But
I don't know, I just know they're a subtype of wolf. I don't know how big they
Yeah.
are.
give you an idea, the average wolf is about the size of an average person.
I knew.
They're big guys.
They're big.
They're big boys. So 8 of them would probably be able to pull to some degree, but you will have to prepare. I'll say you can summon them, and they will stay active with you until they are dismissed, because it's now an NPC who gets to use it. But they will all have to be strapped down, settled down. So this is going to be a lot of work for Buckley. Mr. Smithy boy there has to fabricate something.
Yeah, real quick. Arabian wolf. It is a small-sized wolf known.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said it could be looking like an Arabian wolf, but be the size of a normal wolf.
It's
like
a
great
dire Arabian wolf.
Wolf, yeah.
Arabian wolf. Ah!
Oh yeah, I
It's
remember
An-
now.
An
Because
Arabian wolf
I
is
remember
about
now.
the
why I
size of a blue
remember
sky
that.
wolf.
No, I remember why I had that. Knew what an Arabian wolf was. I made a werewolf character, but in her human form, she was like 5 foot tall. So when she turned into a wolf, she turned into an Arabian wolf, the smallest type of wolf in the world.
Oh my god.
That's why I remembered that.
Anyway,
They're cute.
yeah, basically, I have to make harnesses.
Moving
So
on.
he looks at this, and after a while, he attunes to the just as Mugmug attunes to the sword of sharpness, and you just hear a lot of snarling outside. It's like, I'm going to get so much enjoyment out of this. I literally just have a big cuddle pile of friends whenever I go to sleep. This is wonderful.
Well, I'm actually going to take some of the straps that I collected and a little bit of nails and just start hammering in nails.
He walks outside, goes out into like a area with some grass, lies down, and just gets like someone who gets a bunch of puppies that just swarm him. He's just like, I'm in heaven.
Now he can die happy.
I'd rather not die yet, but I could.
So the team's
The sword of
now
sharpness can
equipped
also
to-
emit a bright light, by the way.
It can 10 feet of bright light, 20 feet of dim light. 10 foot of bright light, 10 foot of dim light.
For a total of
So-
20 light.
20 foot total, yeah. So, as you're continuing as well, you're having this conversation. You like that. That's demonic. He leaves down the vial. That's demonic.
That's not good.
New.
Different. By the way, guys, he rolled a non-natural 20.
Dang.
So, like, he fucking... What dropped? Ah, that dropped. Go over there.
beat.
That's, demons, devils, they all have different ways that they work their magic. Devils tend to change the world around them to suit them. Devils or demons just destroy it. They just ruin it. This is a ruin.
Oh.
Something's not trying to make the world, it's trying to ruin it. He looks over to Buckley. Buckley, could you show me? And he just like, actually he looks over to Grunt. Grunt, can you show me the head again? I need to look at that symbol.
She gladly unties the head off her belt and shoves it in his face.
I'm trying to do my remembering here because I know he was a god.
She starts making the head dance. She actually makes
He
grunting
looks
noises.
at it. He looks at it, trying not to be focused and more focused on the situation. Yeah, he's not. You know how Tiamat is in the levels of hell? If you know any of your lore, she's actually rules over one of the levels of hell.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
In character.
she's a nasty, but like that, there are people that worship gods. Tyrontium was the demon king. There are the princes of the demons. For example, the ruler of all the gnolls, the ever-changing ones, these creatures, but once long ago they all obeyed the call of their father, who was the chainer, the ferocious, the chained, the weak god of tyranny. I thought he was gone. The fact that people are worshipping him is a very dangerous thing. Now I'm concerned at the fact that they were able to summon such a powerful demon in Duskhaven. It's not good.
What do we do?
You're going to be fighting demons in the future.
Great.
I can say that without a shadow of a doubt. This is going to involve demons.
Grunt takes the skull and starts making his jaw chatter open and closed, and then the jaw sort of comes off. And he's like, oh.
It's not that badly decomposed.
No, but she's rather rough-handed with things.
So, yeah.
It's like from Finding Nemo. Fishy!
So, is there any way we can prepare for demons? Like, what's their tact?
Demons are rage. From what I understand. We always were taught, but there are orders of people who were more designed for handling demons. Paladins we're taught to handle a lot of things, so we're given more of a broad overlay, but there are particular sects of other organizations that load the demons.
Right.
I don't know of any blood hunters that live this side of the world. I knew one or two back in Blackmarsh, but there's an order of them that are the Rage Finders. They're called the Rage Enders. You find them. Any of them. They are that symbol that Grunt has in that man's head, which is terrifying. It's that symbol, but it's a sword driven through the hand, through the fist. That's their symbol. That's what you'll look for. If you want to find anything of that, if it's carved anywhere, it's an indication that somewhere nearby is. They were the ones that, when paladins couldn't deal with it, we pointed at that problem. By political point, we couldn't deal with something, or by some issue like that, we couldn't handle it. We just pointed at them, which were a non-political group. An order without order. An order that no one could point a finger at in a big city and say, your guild hall caused this kind of thing. Paladins, we could be held responsible for things. Bloodhunters don't.
Do bloodhunters work freelance, or is it very much a tightly knit family of...
Depends on the sect. Depends on the individual house you found. I've known a group of 4 of them before. They were very, very closely knit. They were very close and good friends, but they said that this is because they worked together for years. Most bloodhunters are a bit cold and a bit separated from everyone else, mostly because they're used to losing the people around them. They hunt very dangerous game. So listen, I'd recommend that. What I know of demons is, no matter what you do, they will return, but they will, when they're destroyed, they will return to their plane.
Okay.
So they will be sent back.
Grunt suddenly perks up at this, now having tied the skull back onto her belt, but she perks up and she writes a quick note out saying, so if we kill them, we can kill them again?
When the creature can level an entire town and it takes half an army to bring it down, the fact that it can come back is terrifying, Grunt. Demons are not like zombies. Demons are not like even wights for undead. They're not a creature that... A warrior like you walking into a group of them is not going to be delighted. They have poison. They have debilitating effects around them. Swarms of flies, locusts. They spread disease and destruction. They are vileness. If you find them, eliminate them. Eliminate small groups. Eliminate quickly and get away. Don't let a larger group find you. They move in groups, large groups, but they will always have smaller groups around them. It was similar to how there's tales of when the first gnolls were brought in, when Ynuth ran over this land. What was called the Badlands was once a verdant forest. He was brought in to the world and just ran amok here. That's why the land has never been fertile. That's why gnolls are so prominent here. I looked this up in my spare time, if you're wondering. And it was always a case of a large demon controls the largest group, with small groups with weaker demons commanding them, but weaker by a demon standard is saying Mugmug is weak compared to Grunt. But they lead through tyranny, as is their father god's will. Take off the head, the next weakest all vie for power, almost immediately.
Right.
So you can cause destruction in there, but it's difficult. Demons are cunning, but they don't have their own rules. Devils have rules. They won't break their rules. You won't understand the interpretation of their words the way they want you want to. It'll be the way they think it is. Demons, kill, maim, burn. That is the thoughts that go through their minds. They are rage and destruction, but they are rage that can be aimed. This town has connections with Guan Chi. Guan Chi's working with demons. I have to let Merok know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Aeonsil will be here in 2 days, and demons are rage, but they will not go near a paladin dragon's town. At this point, Jonathan perks up. Would it be an idea to maybe make this place a little bit more of a stronghold? Build it up a bit more?
Turn it into like a fort.
Essentially. If we had the resources to actually invest in it. Make this place a bulwark.
Could
Because
work.
at this point it's been essentially attacked twice.
Mm.
And the guards are, honest, the guards are guards, they're human. They need better training, better equipment. There's only so much that can be done, and making this thing a fortress would take time. It won't be cheap.
It would be a benefit, though. This place could essentially be a precursor to Duskhaven.
Indeed, and anything that's used against here that gets... and this is... Jonathan, by the way. This is a grim thought, but anything that is broken here isn't attacking Duskhaven. Anything that is lost here is something that can't be used then in Duskhaven.
New Grove's in the middle of a forest, if I'm correct, or near a forest.
No, there is Old Fortune, which is 2 or 3 days travel west again, and that's where Scylla is.
Right.
Oh no, sorry.
It's not really close.
What it is sorry, my mistake. It'd be a week because it's about 3 or 4 day travel. If you follow, like, say, the main beaten paths and do it
Right.
quickly to Old Fortune to Distoon, and it's a week southwest to Old Fortune. Distoon, west, straight road, 4 days if you get interrupted if you go on a hard press. Southwest, a week. Scylla.
Right.
Well, then the only other thought I've got is that we're going to need to seek someone else to reinforce the town. Maybe we're going to have to get involved in whatever feud it is between these orcs and humans.
The orcs that are in the south, that are by the Great Wall for the Badlands, and the north,
Mm.
in the city of Tersonis.
Because at the moment we don't really have anyone that we can leave unattended here. It's a case of we stay here and we can protect whatever comes up against it, but if we leave, it will fall, more or less, until Aeon Sol arrives, obviously.
Aeon
Then
Sil
I'll
will
have a
be
good
2
fighting
days
chance.
out.
Yeah.
and most things won't go near him because it leans in towards all of you. He's not that young anymore. I think he was just getting to the maturity age for a dragon. So I think he might be fully grown.
Hmm.
Wow. Time grows quickly.
Not so much, more that I think he was, whatever way they age, I think he was, essentially, if an adult was 20, he was 19. Kind of thing. So he's got that rite of passage done, I think, and with his father's blessing as well.
So what do we say to wait until he arrives, clue him in on the situation?
He
send him
knows
back
this
around.
region better than any of us as well. He probably knows about the interaction between the humans.
How
If we
long?
want to look at it, 2 days. Now, he said this to me a day and a half ago. It took us most of a day and a half to get here, and you now look at them. Athir, Jonathan, and Mugmug all actually look. Now, Mugmug, because he dropped out of his frenzied rage, looks really exhausted. These two do look tired. Like, I don't think they slept. They just rode.
How long until the people at Distoon start to wonder where this scouting party has gone? Do you reckon?
Maybe add a week onto
Jonathan
travel time
does
there
the
and back.
math. Jonathan does the math in his head. Got probably about 5 days, because they wouldn't do a hard press. They take their time. They don't mind their slaves being a bit thin when they get there. Easier to break, I imagine. That's a grim thought. I don't know why I was able to think of that. That disturbs me.
Yeah, dude, you need to go to sleep, clearly.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about how knives go into people now. Anyway,
Are you okay?
probably... no, I'm never okay. I'm an orc. I'm a half-orc. When orcs get tired, we like to stab things. He does the math in the head. They'll probably, about 5-6 days, send something to scout, which will then take another 5 or 6 days to come back. So if that party doesn't come back, they'll know something's up and probably send. So we might have bones of 2 weeks.
So we need a plan. We need something to aim for. What's the next thing we hit?
Well, if we wish to do the crafting air place into a bulwark, 2 weeks would give me.
Give you guys an idea. This is currently a town. More or less, I'd count this area as a trading post. If you wanted to make it a fort, because it would take 5,000 gold in 60 days to make a trading post, to turn this trading post into a fort, I'd say would cost 10,000 gold and take 40 days, because you're now just reinforcing it. You're not building it from scratch. So 10 grand, 40 days.
And in the meantime, I think we can get involved in whatever war's going on between the North and South. Pick a side.
And Berg speaks up, having come with a group of drinks for you all, and or just listening in. Yeah, about that. Do you remember the Obsidian Fist for the clan that had... they basically were the ones who were trying to run over this town for Guanxi?
Yeah, I remember
Well,
them vividly.
it's more a group of them, but, well, they did come back. But Aensil was here. So they immediately turned around. Their war leader or whoever was at the front saw a dragon and just motioned his army to turn around. That was 50 orcs that just walked away. As well as that, we did have that weird warrior that never takes the mask off. That guy.
Yeah, Nero.
Yeah, he's scary.
He's cool.
I don't even see his chest move. I don't even think he...
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
It just scares me. But if they come back, most things don't want to mess with them. Like, they're scary. And you guys remember, they were surrounded by rat men, like the corpses of rat men, easily like 3 or 4 dozen at the temple when you guys were actually fighting. So they can definitely hold their own.
So, geographically speaking, to the west is Distoon.
Which is
North.
4 days at a press.
Yeah.
North
is the humans.
northeast. Essentially, it's northeast for if you guys were going. Let's just say we'll use this Duskhaven as a reference.
Yeah.
North by a week is Rothaven.
Mm-hmm.
From
That's
Rothaven,
along the coast, isn't it?
yes. Teneras is also a port city. It's another 4 days again. And from there, that's where apparently this human settlement is. You find out from a few, like Berg and a few other people begin explaining to you that it was essentially a place that used a lot of outriders, a lot of cavalry, and their infantry were more of a surprise ambush just to hold someone in place for a hammer and anvil tactic from their heavily armored cavalry. Because they did have outriders, but they also had royal knights. It is a kingdom. It is a city. Just one city of a kingdom, but it is a kingdom. And to the south, and to give you an idea, it's like 4 weeks south to the Great Wall, and after that is just the true Badlands, which is where all the orc tribes are waging against each other and send out parties to fight or raid or do whichever in the north. That will be 4 weeks from Duskhaven.
The orc tribes wage war with each other.
They're orcs. Well, they did. Recently, it's something that scared a lot of people because we were talking about it. There were more than just the Obsidian Fist banners when they came last. There was also the Dark Blades and the Ash Wolves. They don't get along. Which means something which hasn't happened in apparently hundreds of years. Like the oldest people say they heard tales from their grandparents about it. That over 300 years ago was the last time a war chief rose to power. And he nearly destroyed whatever was New Growth. He ransacked this town and even posed a threat to Tarsonis. And that's when a great black dragon swooped down and showed his dominance over them. And that black dragon was so badly injured that it didn't leave its tower for another 20 years.
And we know how that ended.
Yeah. So people are thinking it's another chieftain, which means it's someone who's able to actually beat every war chief, every chieftain for each of the tribes.
Grunt would like to raise a hand at this point.
Mm-hmm.
She would like to defeat all the war chiefs.
I'm kind of with Grunt on this one, but not kill them. I think if we can get in with a couple of war chiefs, just take out the big head honcho, we could have a couple of orc tribes on our hands.
What about the humans to the north?
I'm not really a big fan of humans, if I'm honest. I'm a product of their work, and I don't really see eye to eye with their ambition.
Well, aside from that, there is the whole thing that eventually we will have to send our allies north, and having allies in the north may help with that. Further north to Guanxi's empire.
Exactly, so you've got all the way up at the north is Guanxi.
You'd have to move literally a continent's worth of distance for the orcs to get up there. If you were doing it like that, just
Exactly.
to pose the thought to you.
And if we wanted to have the orcs of allies, we have to go through the humans. We essentially have an army to go through before we even get to that. But that's just thinking in the far future.
Orcs are disorganized, but they have numbers and they have got brute strength. and oftentimes do recruit or do dominate other monstrous humanoids to their service, like trolls, ogres, or some hill giants. But
Right.
humans are the rudimentary. If you wanted solid everything, you could go to them.
Grunt writes a note asking when is she going to get to this arena.
As our Grog Strongjaw sits in the corner going, ah.
I'd feel more comfortable allying with the orcs than I would the humans.
Well, I'd feel more comfortable allying with humans than orcs, but there we go.
Berg does speak up. We haven't had contact with the humans, the city of Tarsonis, for months. They usually did send out trading, and nothing's come through from that town in a while. Gone dark. We haven't sent anyone to go check it out because, well, it's a dangerous road.
That's suspicious then.
So if they're in trouble, worst come to worst, they'll definitely owe you. And this is Jonathan's pipes up then. Yeah, and I'm not going around killing chieftains, because guess what? They won't follow any of you. They'll only follow an orc who beats other orcs.
Yeah, it's not very common that you hear of a full-blooded orc working with a full-blooded elf, you know?
Yeah, you know,
Grunt,
you have a
Grunt
half
writes a note saying that she has heard of Goliaths ruling orc tribes, but it is uncommon.
Which reminds me, which bow are you wielding again?
the bow of the elven god that
Yeah, the one that...
half-blinded Gormush.
Exactly, so...
And was used to and as you're having this conversation, Alistair, you do hear a voice in your head. I might have killed those other war chiefs that came 600 years ago. So, yeah. They wouldn't like to see me again.
Grunt has a bit of a moment of inspiration.
Good idea, though.
Actually
Good idea. No,
writes
sincerely,
down,
good idea. But, like, yeah, hide me. If you go south, hide me.
she
Just
writes
saying.
down that there's orcs in the arena that we could free.
It's so
and
hard to be
they
angry at a
would-
bow.
They would be
Yeah,
thankful.
really.
I would like to shout at the bow.
It's so hard to be angry at a bow.
But Grunt, continue.
Yeah, Grunt would says we could free some of the orcs in the arena who could probably rule over these tribes and would be thankful to us.
There's a lot of options on the table at the moment, but it's prioritising which is first. Like, first one.
Grunt, just make a intelligence check with efficiency.
I mean, we're looking very big picture at the moment again. Should we focus on trying to deal with the problem in Distone?
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't really want to hit this turn straight away because I don't think we're ready for it.
We'll have to add the proficiency to that, so that's +4 to that, so that's 15.
That's more than enough. You are aware of many orcs that did serve in the arena. Several of them come to mind of you. Some that were decent warriors that actually had a bit of respect for you, including Crimp Lockjaw, who had to wear a large Hannibal Lecter kind of mask on because he kept biting people when it wasn't a match.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, you also had Skarka the Bloody. I'll write down his name. Who, for some reason, just refused to ever clean blood off of himself, hoping to make himself look intimidating. There's Crimp Lockjaw. And just make sure I have the list down for the other one now. You also had Grisha the Brander, who literally used brands like massive maces in the fight.
I'll write out these names and then draw disturbingly detailed pictures of them.
Ugh.
Well, you don't have to, because I'm going to link some into Blood and Sand for you guys.
No, I don't have to. I mean, Grunt.
Guess where
because
I
Grunt can
get...
draw, yeah.
Ah.
There you go.
But yeah, she sketches out. the
She
pictures
literally
that
draws
like
out
that.
those three in perfect precision.
They're in black and white, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, for
Including the
time-
text box, which are really confusing.
Is that just
She has
how
a
you see?
nosebleed. She uses that for Skag at the bloodies.
No, the question is, do we wait for this town to come to us looking for their party, or do we go out to them?
Waiting for them to come to us doesn't deal with the problem, because we could stay here for months and they'll just send group after group after group. That doesn't deal with the problem.
But they might send manageable chunks for us. If we hit them head
One
on,
writes a note saying she wants to challenge the leader of the arena to honorable combat.
I think we're going to this town then. So what are we going as? Ooh,
Well,
just
we
takes
have
it
a
herself
we
from
have
me.
a cart with some cages which we can leave unlocked if we want to try disguising ourselves as a slaving party.
and we have the armor of the slaver that was sent.
Does anybody have access to any form of alter self?
I hold up the head of the slaver with a note that says, I've killed one of their slavers. I say I go in there and challenge them. As
Yeah, I know,
me.
I'm thinking, you want to just head straight up to the gate as yourself and say, I proclaim that I get to challenge whoever's currently the head and then become the head?
She writes that technically the rules of that duel we were supposed to have honorably, even though it turned out unhonorably, was that I was supposed to get a chance to compete in the arena. I won. This is my trophy. I should get to compete in the arena.
Problem is, the person you agreed to is no longer alive to say that worked.
He didn't keep his end of the bargain.
Well, I could do whenever we get
No,
there,
it doesn't.
cast Speak with Dead. Basically, go. Did you challenge this person to a duel? Yes.
What would
Did you agree that you would allow them to fight in the arena with the head of the facility? Yes. All right.
Alright, Patters, calm down.
Oh my god. I mean, yes.
That's a fair point, but does Speak Dead actually work that everyone can hear it, or is it only the person
Yeah.
who casts it that can actually understand them?
You hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Literally, the point is, air's meant to fill the lungs, kind of thing, and then the 4 questions get asked. This way, it basically just fills the mouth, so he's going to go puffy cheeked.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I think I've made a pretty good contention for re-entering the. They were looking for gladiators anyway, so Grunt's not going to have that hard time getting in.
Nah.
Okay, well, at the very least, we'll wait for
They might
Ansel
trap
to
it and
arrive.
trick her and try to kill her, but I imagine they're at least going to let her participate if they're that desperate for gladiators that they're trying to round up peasants.
At the very least, then, we'll wait for Aeon Sol to get back. We'll send word to Merok. And in the meantime, Buckley, with the help of Grunt, can probably armor up the truck somewhat.
Yeah. Also, with the
Mad
next.
Max it.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Also, with the next rest, I can also grab sending and basically send a message.
That
You
could
had
work.
sending already prepared, so you can definitely do it again. Because you sending before we had the fight to send a message.
Oh, yeah.
Should we go with that then?
I think so.
Yeah, I can send a message.
It's a shame we
Hey.
ain't got a forest nearby, because I was going to suggest we could get some minotaurs and centaurs to station out here.
Well, it's a week's travel, but you could probably send a sending message to Scylla. There's plenty of trees you could probably poke his head through. And all you have to do is speak to that bastard, and you're probably going to get half the forest to literally move and start kicking head in.
That's the point. If we message him, he could help at least lay the foundations for this bulwark, sort of thing.
It might be useful to have him up here. So
Or tear down the other city.
Mm,
There is
He
that.
is an arc druid.
There is that.
he's an archdruid. We can see what the extent of his.
He's high-powered and pissed off at these guys.
Like I said, it would take 40 days, and it could be 10 days just to dig out the foundations. So he could probably do that in a second.
Yeah, he literally goes,
Yeah,
there, I fucking did it.
send a message to
Okay, so your
Absolutely.
plans are Aeon Soul, chime in with them, chime in with Marok, chime in with Scylla. Contact your allies, essentially.
Yep.
Help fortify this town. Make sure that no scouting party gets back to this town if it gets sent out. Considering the orc, considering the humans in the north. And then figuring out if you're just going to walk on into this town and say, hello, fucking fight me.
That's the current plan.
And with your plan, we're going to leave it there.
In the words of Samuel L.
Wow.
Jackson, I'm gonna go the fuck to sleep.
Yep. Tired as fuck.
Yep.
And just to
and-
clarify, just because Grunt says that something's a good idea and she thinks it will work, doesn't mean it's a good idea or that it will work.
We know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we've done this
Just
for a while.
clarifying.
And as you guys do eventually have plenty of food, any drink you want, you get. You then go to sleep. As you do sleep, you are somewhat jostling in the night to the sound of as someone arrives.
There he is. And I go back to sleep.
You just hear the sound and go, that's him. And roll back over.
Ah, that's good.
As the
So, do we get
now
long rest?
fully, we will say you have your long rest as we call it, as the now adult dragon, Aeon Soul, shows up.
He's a big boy now.
You're playing with the big boys now. Alright, thank you everyone so much for watching.
Sorry it took us about 3 months to have a session, and then we had 2 at the same time.
Bam bam!
Hopefully,
Let's do one tomorrow!
yeah, hopefully
Yo!
it won't take so long. Even though
Yeah.
Spook is about to be working weekends again based on his current
Maybe.
scheduling. But it's a maybe. We'll let you know.
For anyone who is curious, by the way, Spook basically works a 4 on 4 off, so it's not a consistent thing, but things change rapidly as the ways work schedules. Who knows? We might actually be able to do a regular scheduling. Which, if these guys were doing, they'd probably end up being close to level 13 or 14 by this point.
I know,
If they did
God.
it consistent.
We'll see you
And
next time, and you can catch the VODs on the YouTube channel in the description below.
Yeah.
Bye!
And also, don't forget to shop at Game Tea.
For all your tabletop needs. Bye-bye!
Bye-bye.